Hello and welcome back to the Costa del Sol. Well, the sun's out and we're having lots of fun here on Super Thursday, and now it's time for playoff number 2. Remember, these matches between the top 3 teams, they are for seeding tomorrow. The double chance is on the line, and we have the top 2 performing teams from the round robin meeting here in match number 18, playoff number 2. It's Royal Tigers who finished first versus Brigade from Ireland that finished second. Why don't we go over to the tournament referee, Sir Rob Kemming, who's with the 2 captains for the coin toss.
Your call. Keep us cool. Who would like to bat first?
So bet to ball was the call, but Kiba was the fall, and that means the Royal Tigers, their captain Harsh Manian, has won the toss and elected to bat. Well, they really were destructive chasing in that first match of the day, Royal Tigers, and it was the return to form for Zahir Safi. I just knew that he would come good at some point, and he hit some really big bombs in the power play. So it's interesting that he's decided they want to bat first, they want to put the score on the board. And Brigade, well, we know that they have had a bit of a mixed week, but their performances have been improving. They've won their last 4. In fact, last time these 2 teams met in match 7, it was Brigade that won by 8 runs. It was the only match that the Royal Tigers lost in the group stage. So it's all to play for here. Top 2 is on the line as we go over to the commentary box, and Rico Full and Corey will take you through this one. I can tell you the news from the toss in playoff number 2 is that the Tigers, they won the toss. They're going to have a bat.
Thank you, Vinny Sandu, and welcome back all our viewers around the world. Excited for this one, bit of T10 action, and this will be a close contest. Royal Tigers Budapest versus Brigade, and there's the lovely umpires walking out there, Charles Croucher and Harrison Ward, and Brigade following in their, well, rather adventurous kits. A bit of blue, yellow, red, a few diamonds there. They do look spectacular, and looking forward to seeing how they apply themselves on Super Thursday. And plenty to play for these teams. I mean, a top 2 finish on the line, and if you get that top 2 finish, you get a double chance for finals Friday. And great to see the support from the young kids as well. And here's a pair of batsmen we're definitely looking forward to seeing. They put on a bit of a show this morning. Zahir Safi and, well, Kukakul, we know what he can do. It gives me a good opportunity to welcome back while we look at the lineups. Rico Full. Rico, how do you like these 2 teams?
Well, I like them very much. I think this is going to be the brute force of the Royal Tigers against, well, the Brigade will be hoping that their technical skills and ability will see them through. It did last time, and I think it was me and you that were in the box when they did battle last time, and though the Tigers were growing great guns, they did then fall apart a little bit in that chase. And well, what do you think of that expected score? And so the Tigers are expected to go on to win this. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I think they have the right momentum, but you're exactly right. Brigade, well, if they can do the technical skills right, maybe they have a little bit too much experience. But, I mean, this opening partnership is so important. Safi this morning, in his first 8 deliveries, hit 6 sixes.
It was just amazing. The ball was flying all over this ground. And the thing was, though, that's the other thing. All right, Safi did that, but once he was out, they've still got others that can come in and do the same. I mean, 3 of them, 3 big hitters. I mean, you mentioned Zahir, Zishan as well. Then you've got Abhishek Katsabal as well, who's good with the ball too. They're a mouth-watering prospect, and there's no reason why they can't go on all the way. And perhaps even, well, maybe we're actually seeing here what could end up in the final in Group B.
Yeah, potentially a preview to the final. Here we go. Almost ready. Beautiful weather conditions. Perfect game of cricket. Here we are. And it's swatted hard to deep mid on. And Rico, that's the way Zishan plays, isn't it?
Yeah, there's no messing about. Andrew Britton coming on the ball first, the captain. And he knows that in the first, and they know, the first 3 overs, they know what to expect. But they were very good in able to turn that around the first time they met.
Oh, and he goes the charge. This is going to be a catching opportunity. It should be the first wicket. It is the first wicket. It's a huge wicket. Zishan Kukakul, he goes for a darker globe. Anything you want to call it. And Rico, we said they needed early wickets. They have one.
They've got one of the big men out, haven't they, earlier? And just Zishan, you knew he was going to take it on. And that's the way they play. They play by the sword, as some would say. And this one, look, gets his feet, but it was a final execution of the shot. The head goes up in the air. And, well, you can see how much that meant to them. It's a good catch that's been taken there, and I think that's Ryan Barr that takes a catch and gets a wicket for his captain, Britain.
Yeah, good bowling from him. You can see Zishan very upset. I mean, he's had a really good tournament with the bats. Probably one of the very few failures he's had. But unfortunately for him, he's out for a duck. And what a great start if you're an Irish supporter.
It is. It's a good start, and I know that they do have plenty of support out there.
Yeah, it's busy in that fan zone, isn't it?
They're enjoying themselves, aren't they? Look, the one thing that myself and Vinny would say in this situation is the one thing, okay, they've lost Zishan. We know they've got plenty more in the tank, but at least he's gone without wasting any deliveries, wasting too many balls. So they're still able to recover from this and still get a good score on the board.
Yeah, absolutely. They'll definitely be hoping to get towards that 110, 115 mark. So, Britain, the captain, leading by the front. That's short outside off and respectfully played to point. And Rico, we think these two teams might be battling in the final. How many Royal Tigers Budapest going to want to make here to feel comfortable?
They'll want 120 plus.
Yep.
120 plus, because they'll believe that with the bowling attack that they've got, that they've got a good bowling attack. I think they're more than capable of restricting teams to about 100, but they'll say, right, let's give ourselves a few. So 120.
Oh, it's up in the air. It could be two. Oh, it's got a full shot. Oh, no, and he's falconed him as well. Well, he sort of thought it was going to go over his head. He lost his footing, and yeah, you can see him point there. Maybe he's lost in the mountains in the back.
He's lost this. He goes up in the air. He knows this is coming his way, but at one point he's lost it. He tries, you see, he stays still to try to find it. Well, the batter thinks he's gone, and then, well, the bounce that comes and then hits him back. Probably bounces and hits, catches on the side of the head, does it? Yeah, it does.
I hope he's okay. The old falcon can happen. That's a life.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's up in the air, and this time it's 6. And how often you see it in cricket, there's half a chance and then a 6. And Safi, first ball again, 6 runs.
Yeah, smashes this away. This is what you're going to expect here, and that's why it's so important, isn't it, that brigade, that every time they get an opportunity, they try and take it, because if you don't, if you give a chance, then, well, even if that batter can then go on and hit, go on and face 10 balls, that could be a lot of runs, because that's the way that they play.
Yeah, it looks like the seam might have come up on that ball and they're going to swap it straight away. But, I mean, for viewers who might have just joined us later today, Safi earlier this morning, in his first 9 or 10 balls in the previous match, he hit 6 sixes, something extraordinary, and he's already off 6 off 1.
It's the way they play, and well, it's one thing that astonishes a lot of players from the Griffins teams and from Brigade, and we know from Tunbridge Wells as well, that it's something that they just don't expect.
Must be fun playing this way.
Not if you're a bowler properly.
And that's a good response. It's been signalled a wide by the square leg umpire, obviously above the head height, but I don't mind the aggression from Brigade.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those, isn't it? Okay, what Britain has done here is he's shown, well, look, yeah, I can heat it up as well. The only problem is, of course, the wide ball, so just one more extra to bowl. But what it does do, it's mindset for the batter.
Yeah, it's in the back of his mind now that he has that in his arsenal.
But, there is a but, and we'll come back to that.
Well, Safi tries his favoured hoik across the line. It's 8 for 1 after 1, but yeah, you were saying there's a but to that? What do you think?
The but to it is that the batter knows it can't be another short ball.
Yes. Yes. Well, this is where it's not so bad, where he uses that short ball later in the over.
Yeah.
But I think it's a good option against batsmen who are just trying to whack you over mid-wicket. Put one up in the grill a little bit and let him know that you've got a bit of pace about you.
Yeah, so, I mean, look, at the moment, the one team is going to be happy with that, of course. It's going to be Brigade, because they've got Zishan out, big hitter, and also they've limited the score to under double figures, and also they're limited to just 1-6.
Yeah, it's a good start, and I mean, if they had have caught Awuja as well, they would have been absolutely ecstatic. And I always felt this, when you're a batsman and you have an early life, you sort of feel like you've got a free license. I mean, you get a second bite at the cherry, so it'll be interesting to see what Awuja does to it now. And it looks like coming into the attack will be Ryan Macbeth.
Yeah, Macbeth, he's been handy. Like what Macbeth has brought to this group.
Starts with a full ball, draws the edge, but third man's in operation, so just the one. Nice bit of shape there, Rico, a little bit of swing.
Yeah, I think that'll be encouraging for Macbeth. I believe that in the last couple of days now, whether it's because the way the weather is, it's strange how these balls decide when they're going to swing or not. But we have seen good movement the last few days on these clear days. It's going to be interesting here now. Safi, will he go after him straight away?
Well bowled, really well bowled from Macbeth. I think he was setting up to go after him, and he got the Yorker in. It's always a good option.
It certainly is. Gets his fired in. I know that when I was talking to some of the Griffins boys, that's one thing that they were saying that they didn't do so well. They didn't get the ball pitched up to the big hitters who were able to go across the line.
Well, that's full as well, but straight to mid-wicket, tight mid-wicket.
Yeah.
You see Macbeth trying to get it full, trying to get that Yorker, get it swinging, isn't he?
So he's causing, maybe not concerns, but it just got them thinking here a little bit.
You can feel it Super Thursday, can't you? There's a bit of tension in this game. There's a lot of energy on the ground right now. Shot, low full toss. He doesn't get the Yorker and just flicks it on his way. He's a classy player, Ahuja.
Yeah, Stan Ahuja. He's seen the first couple of balls. He knows that this is going to be pretty full again, and he's almost waiting for it. There you go, little flick, and the bowler, you can see he's thinking, because he knows that, well, if you could have avoided, and I think even if that one, what do you reckon if that one goes on and hit the pad, they would have gone up, I think.
Yeah, they definitely would have had a bit of an appeal. But there's something quite beautiful about the old traditional leg glance. Nice shot. Oh, that's not conventional. That is a powerful sort of standing sweep shot. Explain that one to me, Rico.
Well, he's just decided, isn't he, that he wants this. But you're right, he sort of manages to hold the shape and stop that shot just where you want. Look, just there. Really nice. Goes down on one knee as well.
Well, that's one for highlight reel. That's a great shot.
Great shot, isn't it? And it flies past the man. Shot mid-wicket, so the little change here. What's the change? Just seeing the two field, just moving the man in the deep round.
Yeah, covering that mid-wicket boundary now, aren't they? Last ball of the second. Oh, it's outside off and guided down for a single. That will bring an end to 2. 19 for 1. And Rico, we talk about this double chance, and with the Royal Tigers Budapest having the win earlier today, I mean, they're one more victory away from that, confirming that double chance. How important is it?
Oh, huge. It's absolutely huge, because it make a massive difference. It can't. I mean, you see there, it's like Corey's talking about, they've already got the 2 points on the board with that victory, and they know a win here, and they'll finish more at top. They'll get that chance to play first up tomorrow, and if they win, they're automatically through into the final. I think that's huge. It means that you can prepare yourself. It means you can have a rest. It means that you can have a bit of a team session and go into that final in the right mindset.
Well bowled outside the off stump, premeditated shot. And what are your thoughts on this? It looks like Britain's thought, I'm going to bowl 2 in the power play. Would you have saved him 1, or happy to see the captain do that?
No, I wouldn't. I think this is all about Britain knows he's got to get 2 overs in, get him in at the top, because then they're going to rely on taking the pace off the ball. They want to try and follow a similar pattern to what they did in that victory last time against Tigers.
Oh, what a shot that is. Well,
it's on 0, wasn't it? We see a lot of the European style batters. They're giving us a big swing, but they're not getting the foot in the right place. But this time, look, foot is in the right position. He's balanced, he's straight, head is still, puts it away. Beautiful. Oh, good reply. Now that's more like it. It's getting hot. Not only is it getting hot because of the temperatures picking up, 24 degrees now. It's getting hot and spicy out there in the middle.
Yeah, I like that. He gets hit for a 6, then goes back to the bouncer just to let him know he's still got something in the gas tank.
That was a good bouncer. That was right at him.
It's a good contest this at the moment. Short ball. It's a catch. Oh, it's a great catch. Great movement to his right. Oh, splendid. Iftikhar Hussain, he's made good ground. It wasn't out the meat of the bat, but he's taken a really strong catch to his right. And that's the big wicket, Rico.
Oh, this is great. This is sensational. Well, he drops his shades, but he takes a catch, and that's the most important thing. This one is a really good catch. The ball is dipping, and you won't... Oh, look at that. That is sensational. And the Sheriff Croucher, he's got his eyes on it as well. What a good catch. Well, there go the shades, but it doesn't matter because he's got the ball in his hands, gets a wicket, and the captain, Andrew Britton, has his man and has his second wicket.
Yeah, and it's a big wicket. Awuja goes. He just started to find some form, and he'll be disappointed with that because if he had beaten him to the right, and it would have been another boundary. And, well, that's 2 down.
So, another important part in this match. And you just get the feeling here now that the likes of Zahir and the man who's coming out now, it's got to be Abhishek Kedapar. That one of these two now has to go big. And a great opportunity for the Irish Champions Brigade and to get himself right into this match.
And the captain, well, he gave himself the extra over and he got the wicket, so it's really good captaincy.
Yeah, it is. And it's a good reply, wasn't it? Right, he gets hit for a 6, gets that quick short ball in, then gets his wicket.
It's well bowled and well pushed down to third man. Do you think that's a good tactic from it? Every time they're going a little bit shorter, it's coming up into an uncomfortable height, but when it's been fuller, it's been going for 6.
Yeah, I mean, that's where you want to keep it. And I think that's where the quicker bowlers have been more successful, when they've get that ball closer to the batter but short of a length, and they haven't been able to. It's very difficult to play an attacking shot to that.
Oh, you hear the whoosh from the batsman, and you heard the grunt from Brittle. That was a little bit quicker. That brings an end to the third over. It's 26 for 2, and he just snuck that inside the tramline. Rico, who's won that power play for you?
Well, it's going to be Brigade. Of course it is. It's going to be Brigade because they know that usually, I mean, the likes of the Tigers, they can go at around 40, 45 in the power play. So fantastic. Great to see loads of people out there in the fan zone, not only soaking up the wonderful weather, but also there's great entertainment. And it's nice to know that. Once again, we've got the schools here. Remember the European Cricket promotion, where it's all about fun for the children here at the cricket school, or we say cool as it's written, a play on words. And nice to know that we've got some more kids here from the International School of Marbella, and they've been playing some cricket, watching some cricket. And Corey, I think we might even see them in the commentary box coming and watching some more cricket from the way we see it.
Yeah, absolutely. Always good to have the kids filtering into the ground. It looks like Ryan Barr's been handed the ball now. He's had a pretty good tournament so far, has Barr. Efficient bowler, likes to bowl his cutters into the deck.
Go, boys!
And that's a short ball outside off, and that will be signalled as a wind. So what's really important here for Brigade is they've had such a good power play, is that they sort of keep on top of them and not let them get around with loose balls or too many extras. They'll be the happier of the two sides, and if they can keep the Royal Tigers Budapest right down to under 100, they'll be feeling really, really comfortable. Another short ball outside off. He sort of cloths it over cover. A little bit lucky that didn't go to hand, and they'll scamper through for a single. That's Kurtapal. But the dangerous Safi is still there. Sort of been a little bit quiet. In that power play, he only faced 4 deliveries. It's pretty rare that you'll only face 4 out of 18 balls, but that's the case that it is. He's on strike. Right, so good shot, a nice cut shot coming around to it, and it's pretty well fielded there, and that's Reynolds. Well done at third man, keeps it to 1. And a really good energetic start this by Brigade. They look up and about for this one. Be disappointed he didn't find 4 there, but a good bit of fielding to his right, taps it inside the rope. And Rico, you can definitely see, I think Brigade have spoken about their tactics before this game. They are bowling heavy balls back of a length.
Yeah, it's you can see that straight away. They're not going to give anything to drive. They're saying, no, we know where we want these balls to go. And this is good. This is good. Ryan Bart, he's getting the ball in the right areas.
Here goes the slow ball. Brave bowling and sort of mistimed down the ground for a single. So we'll have a quick look, and we got the students here.
Go.
Say hello, kids.
How are we enjoying the cricket? Is it a thumbs up? Yeah, it's a thumbs up. And have you played some cricket yourself? Is that correct? Yeah? So come on, who's the best player? Batter or bowler? Okay, who's the top bowler? You didn't do, oh, it was, so you played some quick cricket. Oh, that, I mean, it's Samir Richard. Shout out to Samir and Richard as well. They've been looking after and entertaining the kids. Gone for this one, Corey.
It's high in the air, Rico. I think it's going to land in no man's land, and it does. That was Safi chancing his arm. Are you surprised, Rico, there that Barr decided to come around the wicket? Because for me, it sort of feels like he'd bowled such a good over from over the wicket, and now he's decided to come around. What's the thinking there, do you?
I think this is just, maybe this is all about not being too predictable. Keep changing it up so the batter doesn't get used to you.
Oh, well bowled.
Oh, that's great pick-up. Good bit of cricket. Well bowled. Well played as well, the full delivery. And then the pick-up and shy at the stumps as well.
Yeah, well, we just said they need to continue on after a good power play. It's 31 for 2 after 4. And the replay here, he jams in the Yorker, and then with the right paw, stops a certain one. So really good work from Brigade so far. They've looked up and about for this. They really have. From the moment they've stepped onto the field, they look alive and ready.
Yeah, it's good stuff. I mean, you were saying to me the power play is going to be the happier team. Well, the same team is happier at the moment, Brigade. I'm just wondering if Safi and Caterpillar are just saying that they just need to hold back slightly because they don't want to lose another wicket here.
Oh, he's not going to hold back now because he gets a spinner and he smacks it over mid-off for 6. And, well, I think you were right. Safi was giving himself a few balls and now he's in.
Yeah, I think, yeah, you can see a little word there. And also that was there, wasn't it? That was in the slot. That's where they want it. They want it there where they can just put this step down the pitch and club this and hit it long and hard.
Oh, and I reckon there's a feather edge, and Harrison Ward, the umpire, gives it out. Well, it's good bowling from Barr. It's the away swinger, not the off spinner, and it's the toe end of the bat. And what a great catch from the keeper, Alford.
This is huge. Yeah, Alford does put really well here. This is the wicket they wanted. This is the one they've been working on. They knew that if they just keep plucking away, keep teasing these batters, that eventually they're going to go for a shot. Eventually they may get lucky, and they've got another wicket. So really now, well, with Safi gone here now, I think a lot now is on the shoulders once again, you have to say, on Katabal there, Abhishek.
It's a great catch from Alford.
Yeah.
And well, Safi, he tried to chance his arm again, but I'm really impressed from the bowling from Barr there. The first ball went for 6 over his head. He gave it a little bit of flight. This time it was the arm ball, the away swinger, whatever you want to call it. And he gets the vital breakthrough. And, well, that dangerous top order, they're not there at the moment. And it's going to be up to that middle to lower order for the Royal Tigers to get them up to a score. And also, importantly, they have a good net run rate from their win earlier today over the Griffins. If they are to lose this, they do not want to lose by too many. They really want to hold on to that good net run rate, because there's every chance each team beats each other. And, well, how many tournaments get decided on net run rate these days? Quite a few. So David Barr to continue. He's had a really good tournament. And the captain's come to the crease. Harsh Manjan. This game, tense. Oh, he flights that up, and That'll be the captain getting himself off the mark. Always a nice feeling. What David Barr's done really well this tournament, he's changed his pace up beautifully. You can see first ball flighted, then the arm ball, that ball flighted again. Trying his best to keep the batsman guessing. What can Kurtapal do? Slow outside the off stump and can work for a single. Good bowling, isn't it, Rico?
It's good bowling because I think it's all about how quickly you learn. He pitched one up, didn't he? And we know what happens when you pick the ball up, it goes. And now he's keeping it slow and he's aiming to get it just inside that guideline there for the umpires on the wide.
Gets a little bit straighter that time, but Hussain out there will do the mopping up. And isn't it just good to see slower bowlers, Rico, and spinners still stay in the game, even if it's just the T10 format? Spin to win seems to be working in Group B.
I totally agree with you, and I think that's one thing. I mean, you say Group B, I think Group A was the same. Tunbridge Wells learned very quickly, didn't they, about taking the pace of the ball, and they ended up being the champions. This is a chance. Oh, it goes down, and I think this one maybe he didn't think it was going to carry to him. Doesn't get down as quick as he should have. Big opportunity, and that's Murdoch puts that one down.
Yeah, he sort of toe ends it all the way to backward point, and well, he'd be disappointed with that because I think Murdoch got his hands under it. Have a closer look. Yeah, yep. It's one of those half chances you want to take. It's 41 for 3 after 5.
Yeah,
or 40 for 3 after 5.
The captain, Harsh, so he gets life as well. How important will that be? These two now, I mean, all right, you've got Mark Ahuja to come in now, but really these two have to try and, well, depending how they bat, will depend whether this score can go to the 120 mark or whether it's going to be a score between 80 and 100.
Well, I think if they can go at 12, maybe 100 no. 100 will be enough to defend. Let's see, but it's Hussain now into the attack. And, well, spin to win, work down the ground. And this is what they've done most of the tournament. It's always been Hussain and Barr bowling in tandem. And they've done a really good job.
Yeah, Hussain, for me, I like Brigade in general, but I think he just got better with every game. His batting has improved. He's see this one once again. This will just be a single. Yeah, with the bat, he's got more confident. He's become more attacking. He scores runs quicker, and he certainly got them out of a hole last time. That Brigade were under pressure, and with the ball as well. And now we've seen he's been key in the field, taking that great catch.
Oh, that's a slog sweep to wide long on and just another single. And this is what the spinners do as well. Because they change their pace so much, they just make it awkward for the batsman.
So those wickets, 3 have fallen. Zishan has gone, goes without scoring. 2-ball duck. Safi went for 15 of 8, and Stan Ahuja, when he was looking good, went for 17. So Abhishek, that's what brought Abhishek Kurtapal and Harsh Mandian, the captain, together here.
That's another attempted hit across the line for a single. Well, Hussain then coming around the wicket. What they've obviously talked about their bowling plans because they're just offering a lot of variety. Over the wicket, round the wicket, slow, fast, back of a length, full.
But hey, that's what good teams do, right? I mean, that's what you got to do when you're in a competition like this. Any competition, you got to learn quickly. You got to also observe and assess your opposition. Looks like they've done that.
It's high in the air, Rico. Could be a 6, could be a catch. It's going to go for 6. There was a finger tipper. Well, it felt like he didn't know where the rope was Ryan Barr, and that's a much-needed boundary for the captain.
Yeah, I'd like to see this again. Just how far did he go over him? I think this was closer than it looked. And, maybe Barr, maybe being a bit unkind. Did he not fancy this? Keep an eye on it. I mean, the batter, you can see he wasn't sure. Let's have a look. Ooh, it wasn't that far away, but he was always leaning backwards, I think.
They hadn't had a bounce. So, much needed. And the captain just fixing the gloves up, taking a moment to compose himself. It's the last ball of the 6, 50 for 3 now. 50 comes up with that 6. You sort of feel that one of these two are going to have to bat deep if they're going to make a high enough total to defend. Outside off and sort of swatted down the ground for a single, and that'll bring the end to the 6th over. It's 51 for 3, and this is sort of what I expected from these two teams. Number 1 and 2 through the group stage, fighting it out for that double chance for finals Friday tomorrow. And look at the backdrop, absolutely perfect weather conditions here for cricket at the moment. Hottest day we've had through February, 25 degrees and sunny, and it's pretty spicy out in the middle as well. So Mungian, he's on strike. Will he try take it on early in the over? Is that a way swinger? He does take it on. It's a glorious shot. Oh, that shot of the day for me. 6 runs over wide extra cover. Well, I think he's watched what Bar's doing with those away swingers and he's just gone with it.
This is a terrific shot. They need something. They need the acceleration. They need somebody to be brave. And the captain, Haas, says, okay, don't worry. I'll be brave. Here we go. Boom. Shaka Lagia.
Oh, yes.
Lovely shot. Comes right out of the middle of the bat.
They make a change to the field now. They're going to have deep cover and square legs coming into the ring. Interesting. And he bowls that slow away swinger. But what a shot that is. Well, at first off the bat, I thought he hit it straight to the fielder, but he pierces that small gap perfectly. 4 runs.
He's having fun out there. Well, the men in orange are starting to get sizzly. And this is nice. And there it goes. Stronger together. Well, the captain, he's got to try and make sure that his team are there. They are stronger together. They've had a few hiccups. A shake of the head there on the bowler. Bar not too pleased the way this over's gone so far. And why would he be? His first over was really good. This one, first 2 balls have been expensive.
Oh, there could be more runs. Oh, no, it's a good hand from Hussain. He lost his footing. Could have been 4.
Yeah, it was. He went for the quicker delivery. I think what he's trying to do here, he was trying to get Harsh to come down the wicket and maybe try and get the stumping in. Harsh was quick enough to it, but good stop there again from Hussain. He's been key in this match so far.
Another slow delivery. Toes it and lands in no man's land. Just a 1 for Kurtapol. But Mungian, he's playing a bit of a captain's innings here. They were in all sorts of trouble. He's 22 off 9. Done it quite easily. This Royal Tigers Budapest side showing there's a lot of batting depth. It's not always up to that top 3. Slow away swinger. Mistimed for a single. You can see what Bar's been trying to do this over. Really keeping it slow, outside off, away from what we call the wheelhouse of the batsman. But they've been able to get a couple of boundaries and some singles. Good over for Budapest. Slow again, and this time he gets all of it, does Kurtapol. He joins the party. Well, they needed a big over, and this is exactly what's happened. 6 runs, and it's 70 for 3 after 7.
This is more like it. This is what we come to expect. And waits for it, and then dispatches it. That's brutal. This is brutal hitting. That's what they do. Well, they are the Tigers, and they are starting to roar. Manos arriba. And Harrison Ward puts the arms up in the air. And that's what they want to see, and they want to see a little bit more of that, the Tigers.
What do you think, Rico? Well, we've got Group C coming up. You got any teams in Group C that you're liking for next week?
Well, look, Group C, I mean, Cluj, we know all about Cluj, don't we? And they're a team that have got better and better. And Borussia as well, they've entertained us in Italy. These are both teams that are very similar maybe to what we've seen here with the Tigers. They've got big hitters, but I'm also interested to see what Carlton is going to bring. And we know we had 1 or 2 viewers and people in touch with us on YouTube from Scotland. As we see this one up in the air, is it going to be taken? And it has been taken. That's crucial, that's critical. It's another wicket, and the captain, Harsh, he has to depart. He's been brave, he's played some nice shots, he's hit some big 6s, but this time he's held out, and a wicket. Hussain gets another.
Yeah, it just gets a little bit big on him. You see what he's trying to do, going deep in the crease to get the elevation on the leg side, but there's just a bit of bounce in this wicket today, and well, throughout the week really, and it gets big on him, and it's a nice safe catch out there, and you can't keep Iftikhar Hussain out the game. He's fielded well, now he gets another wicket.
Yeah, I mean, he's just on fire, isn't he? I was saying earlier how I think he's going to be so important if Brigade are going to go on and on. I just think he has an important role to play. It's an important role to play in the middle order of the batting. That's where they're electing him to go. He comes on to bowl at a crucial stage as well. And, well, I believe he's their oldest player. I think he's in his 40s. Remember, he's played good level of cricket in Pakistan, and then he moved to Ireland about 20 years ago. He's been with Brigade for 15 years. He's a well-loved character. He does a lot of work with the juniors there as well. And speaking of juniors, well, once again, it's nice to know We've got plenty around the ground here, not just playing cricket, but enjoying cricket as well, from the British International School of Marbella. And hello to you out there, give us a shout. And we've got quite a few coming in here as well. Give us a shout. There's going to be a shout here because it's a first baller. It's a golden duck. Zeldar goes, and is that man as well. Again, Hussain in the action.
Yeah, brilliant bowling. I mean, bowling that to a new batsman first ball, you can't ask for much better. It's the arm ball, it's quick, it's sharp, and he smashes the off stump. So 2 in 2, and just as this innings starts to get going for the Royal Tigers Budapest, it just falters a little bit. And that means he's got to be on a hat-trick. And what a delivery this is. Full, straight, you miss, I hit. And look at the keeper, Simon Olfer. He is absolutely wrapped with that. And as he would be. And Hussain, we can't keep him out the game at the moment. And really good stuff. Look at that, just that Yorker first ball from the spinner. So he's going to be on a hat-trick. And, well, this middle to lower order are going to have some questions asked of them.
Well, we know what's happened here. Coming all together. Oh, he's out. He's gone for first ball. And I said we've got the British International School of Marbella here. And they've been learning cricket. What do we say to that? That's out. Yes, it was out. And how many balls did he last? Yeah, golden duck. So that's unfortunate. And, well, it's lovely to have the school here with us. Different school each week and really enjoying themselves.
So hat-trick ball. Here we go. We haven't had a hat-trick in 2022. It's about time, isn't it?
It's about time. Is this going to be it?
Oh, I tell you what, if that touches it, I was appealing in the box.
If that touches the pad, we're both up here.
Are we allowed to appeal from the commentary box, or is it frowned upon?
I think it's not very neutral, really, is it? But look, you know, we do get excited, and sometimes it's about a particular team or player, but that's only because we're loving the cricket and we love the action.
Yeah, we have to be neutral, but sometimes you get caught up in the moment. Arm ball again, one to cover. And they scamper through. Good running though. He's on the ring. And, well, Brigade still keeping their noses ahead in this contest. This has been a bit to and fro. This is a good match.
It's a good match. Look, we were just talking about Hussain, weren't we, about how much he's given to cricket in Ireland and Brigade, and he's come back. And he's done a fantastic job. And this one, Swiss, this one going is straight down the throat. Oh, Hussain, he gets another. That's the third. And he's got the Midas touch at the moment. And the Tigers, they started to roar, didn't they, when their captain was out there. He played some nice shots. He got the boundaries for him. But as soon as he went, well, the collapse has started.
Oh, the collapse has started indeed. 3 wickets in the over, and we've been giving him big raps for his fielding, and now his bowling's coming to the show. And he just keeps this nice and straight. A little bit more pace off this time, and straight down to the man, David Barr. He's never going to drop that. Nice and safe. And well, the Royal Tigers Budapest, the previous over, we thought they're going to get the engine going, but the engine's faltering out. 3 wickets down, and it's 72 for 6.
Yeah, I mean, now this is the point here now. If the Tigers want to get something out of the remainder of this innings, well, it's very simple for me. Look, you still got Abhishek Kadapal out there. He's on 14 of 12. He needs somebody to stay there with him. He needs somebody to stay there. He needs the confidence that he's got somebody who's going to keep the other end safe and try to get him as much strike as he can. He really is probably the last hope here now if they are to try and get this score sort of past 100, between 100 and 110.
Yeah, absolutely. The left-handed Basharat comes to the crease now. And, well, let's hope he can give it a bit of a bash. There's only 13 balls left in the innings. Hussain's not going to get 4 wickets in the over here, is he?
Well, he's certainly eyeing it up. I mean, he's got to get his line right straight away to the new batter, the left-hander Basharat.
Well, he gets it right, but just worked away for a single. That brings an end to the 8th over, and the Tigers Budapest struggling on 73 for 6.
Yeah, this is really, really good work from Hussain, and no doubt he gets a round of applause, not just from the players on the field of play, his teammates, but also all of those people that are enjoying the cricket in the fan zone, and they're watching this match closely because they know that what's at stake here. Get a victory here and win your second match today And remember, Brigade will be playing the last match, and that's going to be a classic against Griffin.
Yep. They've probably got the best fan so far as well. They probably win the Fan Zone Award. Still a couple of weeks to go. And if they want to win that award more, there might be a few free drinks for you and me later, Rico.
73 for 6. 12 deliveries to go in the innings.
Oh, it's a slower ball, and well, that's a great sandwich. He couldn't have chipped the bowler any better.
Yeah, it's slow and short. This is the one where the batter thinks, yeah, I've got this. I'm sending this a long way. And he only just manages to loop it out. It's a perfect lob over the bowler.
It's like the old under-8s shot that. Basharat. He gets the important single, though. Got bat on ball because that gets Kurtapul back on strike.
Yeah, he's got to go now here. Abhishek has to go big here now. Standard field at the
standard. They're bringing square leg in now, and they're keeping third man back. I think they realise there's a lot of balls that have ballooned over there. But in he comes, and he smokes that. He absolutely smokes that. Well, coming around the wicket was brave, and Kurtapul cashes in.
Yeah, this is a really good shot. It's all about what he does really well is, which is probably a little bit different to some of the other batters. He keeps shape. He stands straight. Have a look at this. Look, see that? How straight he is. Upright straight, and the head dead straight.
Yeah, that's just brute force. Oh, he gets a full toss, and oh, Rico, he'll feel like he missed out on that one.
Yeah, you can see when he's as soon as he's hit this, as he starts to make his way to the other end to get the single, he's frustrated with himself. He just needed to wait for it. But the thing is, though, Corey, I mean, the adrenaline is flowing in his mind. He's thinking, I've got to get runs. So when that slow ball comes straight away, he wants to hit it as hard as he can rather than try and time it.
Oh, and that is an absolute peach. Oh, they're going to try for a bye. Oh, he's going to be gone. Well, I think we're going to go up to the third umpire. They tried to sneak through, and if this is out, this is a massive error.
I think, yeah, it's an error because I was just saying how well he hits the ball, but he doesn't run well. I think his bat is in the air. Let's have a look at this again. I think if he slides a bat in here, he had a chance. And no doubt we'll see.
Oh, no. He's gone by a mile, Rico. Well, Simon Alford, the keeper, I have to give him a lot of credit because that ball jagged in, and what a take. You see here, he takes an unbelievable to his right and throws it in one motion. That is sensational wicket keeping. Brilliant stuff, but what a mistake from the batting team. I mean, there's still 8 balls left in the inning. You do not need to run there.
No, you don't need. I think this is all about, you're not going to be honest with you, I think you're absolutely right. This is all about the magical part played by Alford, the wicketkeeper. I reckon Ketapal here has seen what's happened and he's thought there's no way the keeper's taking that cleanly. So he's gone. And then he realised his keeper has it, but still had an awful lot to do, didn't he, to get that onto the stumps. And Oliver, that is outstanding work.
Yeah, well, we talk about moments of brilliance winning tight games, and, well, Alford can keep his head up high. That was sensational, and to get the run out for his team. And, well, Royal Tigers Budapest, they didn't need to do that with 8 balls to go.
No,
that's a last ball sort of run, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But, Abhishek, do you think that's all about the frustration of missing the full toss and wanting to get back there and put it right?
Well, you see now it's going to open up a little bit of end for Jarraman and Basharat. Yeah, I think so a little bit. I think it's just a little bit too eager, a little bit too much adrenaline because, yeah, it's a bit uncharacteristic of him to run there. He was dismissed for 21 off 14. He was just simmering.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hit hard, but it's in the air, and, well, what do we know? That's a beautiful shot from Basharat. 6 runs.
This is a really top shot. Jayaraman says, I fancy it. Look, we know all about him and his bowling, and he's been impressive when he's bowled, but we haven't seen him out there, I don't think, with the bat, and, well, he just gives this the long handle, gets the middle of the bat. There is a man out there, and there's nothing he can do about that. It goes and crashes into the icebox. If there's anybody in there, just been woken up.
Yep. Oh, my apologies. It was Jarman, the new man, that did that. 87 for 7 after 9. And, well, just proves they do bat so deep. He's been really good with the ball, Jarman, so obviously efficient with the bat as well. This last over's massive. I mean, do you believe in the psychological side of it, that if they get to 100, the opposition think, oh, it's 3 figures instead of, say, not 2 figures?
Big time, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely big time. And you know, even if you get to 99 and the target is 100, it does make a big difference. Oh, we've just seen an unusual flying instrument flying our way, and didn't realise. Well, no, it's not a bird, it's not a plane, it's not Superman either. It's one of the drones that our guys here at Spring Productions.
Is that us? Is it? Huh? I didn't know where that drone came from there. That scared me a little bit. It was right near the commentary box.
Well, I think it's us.
Good start from Macbeth. Really important 5 balls in the context of this match. Oh, that's a beautiful ball if you're a seam bowling lover. The old middle stump flying back.
Oh, I'm loving this. This is the old boogie, oogie, woogie, kookaburra fireball. Knocking the middle stump clean out. Let's rock that back. Now, this is nice. And there's no better sight. I still say there is no better sight for a fast bowler.
Yeah. There is something about a fast bowler hitting timber, isn't there? And, well, you couldn't have asked for a better delivery. He gets in the in-swinging Yorker, and, yeah, oh, we must be using some pretty good Play-Doh, because that stump could have gone cartwheeling back.
That's a beauty. Chakde Fatte style. Badi achhi bowling si. Jabardasti bowling. Middle stump gayi. Gasar tut gayi. So bowled.
Well, important in these last deliveries that he keeps doing that, because that's 2 dot balls to start the 10th over. And, Royal Tigers Budapest, they desperately want to get to that magical 3 figures.
A bit of bat on this. Maybe that's what saved him here.
I think it's going down the leg side, Rico. Yeah, signalled leg buys. That's pads on backs front. Tough. Hope he's okay.
He went for that Yorker delivery again. Of course, why not?
It's an important leg buy though in the end, because you've got Jarman on strike. He's faced 2 balls and hit 1-6, so he's feeling confident.
See, he winds up.
He winds up, and well, he winds up with that big bat of his, but he can only touch it with the tippy tip. And Jarman goes. Macbeth with another wicket. They're in danger of being bowled out here, Rico.
They certainly are, and Alford, he keeps hold of it. Macbeth showing where to be bowling when you're bowling at death. All smiles at the moment from the team from Ireland, the Irish champions. They're certainly got the ball in the right places when they've had to. And just, you see, when you don't move your feet, you're not really going to give yourself any chance of getting to this. If he gets that foot across and plays that shot, every chance he'll make good contact.
Yep, absolutely. And I mean, well, all that 6. Eleven to the crease, and you don't see that every time, but it's Dari, Shubham Dari. And, well, he probably wasn't expecting to bat much in this tournament. Gets an opportunity.
Yeah, what do you reckon? Look, if he can produce a similar ball that he bowled to the other left-hander Bashrat, I think he'll do well to survive this one delivery.
Oh, he's hit that really well. Well, that wasn't a shot of a number 11.
It's good back onto it. Does go for the fuller delivery. Doesn't quite get the... Don't think this one comes in as much as before, but look, it's still a terrific over. It's a terrific performance.
So what I'd like to see on this last ball, which a lot of teams don't do, Royal Tigers Budapest should run till they're run out. Just keep running until you run out.
Yeah.
Every run counts. He's missed it. They go. And it's another run out. Well, Alford with the gloves. You want him in your bowling team, don't you?
I tell you what, I'll have him playing in my bowling team. And I like the, me and Vinny talk a lot about this, and we think that sometimes that the keepers, when they get the ball, they may panic, they may be thinking about glove off, glove not on, but it's all about the way you keep your shape. We talk about shape for the batters, but look at the shape here. He lines it up, takes his time, he knows he's got the time, and look, that's beautifully done. Just says, yeah, there's no way I'm missing this, and yeah, there you go, that's a strike.
Yeah, he'd be in my lawn bowls team as well. He's had a great game with the gloves as Alfred. I mean, a couple of run-outs, a good catch, and he can hold his head up high. But it wasn't up to those two men. The top order failed in setting this score. And, well, for me, Brigade, they came out with good intent, good bowling plans, and I think they're going to be the happier of the two sides going into the break.
Yeah, they definitely are. We'll see when we have a look at the batting scorecard that three big batters that we'd expect to score runs didn't really get going, but it was all about having a plan. Brigade had that plan, and we talked right early on in the power play, didn't we, when Andrew Britton came back to bowl in the third over. That was his second, bowling himself out, and we said, yeah, there's a plan here. It's about getting his overs done and out the way, and then getting the spin on. The spin came on, and it was a spin to win, as you said. And he bowled very well, but Hussain, he was spectacular.
Absolutely. Let's have a look at how this all unfolded. And, well, at the start, we knew that it was going to be a close clash, 1 and 2 versing each other, trying to get a double chance for Finals Friday. But there was the big wicket early of Zishan, and this sort of set the tone.
Yeah, I mean, that was a massive wicket to get Zishan without scoring. The only thing we said at the time is that he's gone early. There was still plenty of balls left in the innings. We saw a couple of catches sort of go down, which was uncharacteristic for Brigade. That one also, sort of fielder moving very late for it. But we also saw a bit of magic. The shades don't matter. Hussain is catching the ball, and he caught it really well. But he wasn't done yet. He was going to show us what more he could do.
Yeah, absolutely. And all the fielders around the ring in there, and all the kids from the schools enjoying the cricket as well. Really having a good time here in sunny Spain. But the intensity from Brigade was really good. And then the spinners came in, and there's the keeper again off it. First catch of some brilliance from him.
Yeah, he showed that he can catch, and he showed that his radar's pretty good as well when he's having a shy at the stumps. Look, there were some good shots, there were moments. I mean, Mandayan, I think he played really well. He was the one who was taking the attack to Brigade, and he played some lovely shots, didn't he? You saw that he took hit back-to-back boundaries, but once he went, well, nobody else could step up the mark. Then a lot was to do with Abhishek. He really couldn't get going. He was disappointed. Yeah, that was out, and that was the first baller as well. Saying he was all smiles. This was great work. This really was good. And it's a turning point. That's going to be the difference of 15 to 20 more runs on the board.
Absolutely. I think it just shows, as I was trying to get the drone near us down. But yeah, it just shows what having a good keeper can do. There was some more wickets right at the end, some tail end wickets, and this was the final run out from Alpha, who, for me, really good. 2 run outs for him, a good catch up to the stumps as well. And some nice applause there from the fan zone. But what a great first innings that was by Brigade. Let's have a look at the batting scorecards, Rico. And who for you stood out in setting a score?
Well, look, you'd have to say it was mainly the captain. He came in at a difficult time. The wickets were falling around him. He made a good contribution of 23. Abhishek Kadapao came in before him. He didn't really get going with the big shots. And you thought at that point we were saying that it was he and Harsh Mandian who had to put a partnership together. Mandian tried. He was gone. And then Abhishek Kadapao, as we said, didn't really have to chance that run out. I think it was about early part of over number 8. There was still plenty of balls still to come, and then really you were asking far too much on the tail. Though Jahar Rahman, he played one lovely shot for 6.
Yeah, it shows how dependent they are on that top 5. And for you, the bowlers, I know the man at the bottom impressed. Anybody else?
Hussain was good, but look, I've always said that Ryan and David Barr are always going to give you something, and they bowled pretty well. David, he was a little bit disappointed with his effort today, but look, Ryan Barr bowled beautifully. Didn't pick up a wicket, but it was nice and tidy. He kept the pressure on while the wickets were falling at the other end, but take nothing away from the captain himself, Andrew Britton. He knows the importance of those 2 wickets early on in the power play. Yeah,
absolutely, and all the bowlers getting a couple of wickets for their trouble. So join us back in 10 minutes. 90 runs needed for Brigade to win this match, and we'll finish this up. We'll be back for the all-exciting run chase in a moment. Thank you.
Hello and welcome back. And the bright orange of the Tigers has made its way out onto the field, followed by the two batters, the umpires. The Sheriff, Charles Croucher and Harrison Ward are out there. And we've got that theme playing, telling us it's all about the battle of bat versus ball. And that's what we've got out here at the moment. Epics Brigade performance in the field, restricting a very strong Royal Tigers team to just 89 all out, run out off the last ball. Alford again having a fantastic match, and you'd think that Brigade would be able to manage this run chase and register a very important victory, which again just leaves everything wide open in the top part of the table here. All playing to see where they're going to be tomorrow. First ball coming up in the reply. 90 is the target. And it's Rico Full here in the house. Your good time crew and along with me. There's not Vinny this time. Vinny's having a break somewhere. Surprised we haven't seen him. He's always around somewhere. Corey Ruckards. Hi, Corey.
Hi, Rico. And yeah, well, we are the good time crew. When Vinny's not around, it just lifts even higher, doesn't it?
They all want a piece of us. We even had the drones flying in here. Look, you were surprised they caught you trying to shoot it down. Anyway. Oh, well. Does this carry? I think this carries. This is all the way. What a catch this would have been.
Well, for me, he saves 4. I think he saves 4 here. That was hit so hard. And, well, you can see Munyan, he's shaking his hand because that hit him extremely hard. He flew like a gazelle, even though gazelles don't fly. It's a flying ball. And, oh, wow, he saves 4 for me. That was hit hard, Rico.
This would have been. These are those that sometimes they stick. And you really don't know too much about them, but sometimes they don't stick and it hurts.
Well,
and I think he's
going off. He might be going off for some attention here, meaning we might have a substitute bowler to finish the over. That hit him hard. I think he's
got him on the. There you go. Look, he's showing us all. It's caught him on the wrist. I thought it actually went into the hand, but you can see that it's caught him on the wrist. Yeah, I think this is the right thing to do.
The old magic spray.
Spray comes out. I wonder if he's going to just take the spray and come back, or he will go off.
What's in this spray? You see it in every sport. The footballers put it on, then they start sprinting around. What's in this magic spray? I want some of it.
Hey, what's going on there? Wait. All right, if you're having some, I'm having some. Come on, let's go. You go first, I come next. Can we have some over here, please? No, you're absolutely right. What is in it? Because I tell you what, it was never around when I was playing the game. We had to go through the pain barrier and play it, and then it had all those the ointments afterwards. But you're absolutely right. They go down, especially, I mean, you know what we say, cricketers wear hard. It's not like these footballers. They go down and then they roll around all over the place, and then magic spray comes out, and they're fit as a fiddle again.
Yeah, he's a tough man, Munyan, because he is going to continue. Well, that's well bowled, gets it in that block hole. And, well, interesting to see him still out there. Graham McCarter, obviously, he's been playing with an injury the last few days, but you feel like he's still the big wicket, isn't he?
Yeah, he is, and he batted ever so well the other day, didn't he? I mean, he smashed the ball all over the place against Zakarab Sokol. He made a fantastic 50.
Well, that's a beautiful shot. And, well, Munyan, he decided to go with the rolling leg spinner that he uses often. It's too full, it's too flighted. And Britton, the captain, he's having a good game.
He's one. If he can come good here now, it'll send alarm bells ringing, because he hasn't really had a good knock, really. He hasn't really got any substantial runs on the ball for himself. But he's stuck with himself opening here again. We've seen that he's getting good with the ball. Can he do with the bat as well?
It's a little bit quicker from Munyan and a dot ball. But, yeah, he had a good game with the ball. And sometimes for players, bowling well transitions into the batting side.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it would be a massive boost, wouldn't it, for Brigade as well, if he starts to hit form, because that will rub off on all the players.
Well, that's that flighted ball. This should be out. It's straight in the air. It's in the sun a little bit. And he's dropped it. He's shelled it. Rico.
We've seen some sitters go down.
Oh, no, and now he's thrown it, and they've run a run as well. Oh.
Is that Mark? I think that's Mark Ahuja. Puts this down. I mean, what can you say? I mean, no, look, I'll tell you what you can say. Nobody drops them on purpose. Yeah, so we don't want to be too unkind, but that's an absolute sitter. You've got to take it. And the captain, Harsh, He's been dealt harshly here. You've got to take this. The sun was a factor, but I think he's overcome that. And then right at the end, I think they just smacks him right. Fingers under the chest. You can see he's trying to smother it, chest it.
And then he throws the ball away, and they run for a single. So double in. So it brings an end to the first, 8 for none. And well, with everything on the line in this game, Rico, we might look back at that dropped catch. Britain was dropped on 5. Will he make him pay? But Jarman, he's had a good tournament. In he comes. And that's spliced away, but he's got those 2 men patrolling. It should be a single. But, well, catches with matches. Should he be in sunglasses? We see if it's a pretty normal thing these days. He put his hand up in front of the sun.
You know what? That's a good point you make there, because we haven't seen too many players wearing the old shades. And certainly, all right, I wouldn't say this match or this particular time of day that could be handy, but it's certainly handy later on. But I don't know. Yeah, it's a good point. Should they be wearing sunglasses? But look, there you go. There's a good plug. Come on, there must be a company out there that manufactures some snazzy shades. We could do with a shades partner, couldn't we?
Oh, the commentators could as well. They could pass them to us first.
Yeah. You got a pair of shades?
I do. As Jarman comes in, and that's flicked, and it's just over square leg. Well, that's going to get McCarter going. 4 runs, and he comes down the wicket. It's a nice little shot, Rico.
It's a nice shot, yeah. He uses his feet well. McCarter, you can see he's very positive, but there you go. There the wags. Give us a wag. Give us a wave.
Give us a wag.
For Ted.
Give us a wag. I'd love one.
Now, steady on here.
Sorry.
Steady on.
I'm still young. Jarman to continue.
You're trying to say.
That's a wide ball.
Yeah, nice to see RT there. RT, and wouldn't he love his brigade team, his beloved brigade team, to go all the way here? And well, he'd certainly want them to come back, and we'd love to see RT back as well.
Well, that's short wide. Oh, this should be out, Rico. This should be out. It is out. Well, Jarman gets the last laugh. McCarter goes. The skipper there.
Taking the catch.
Yeah, skipper Mungian. He's hard as nails, isn't he? He got hit in the wrist last over. Look at him clap and say, "Come on, boys, we're in this." And well, the first wicket falls, and it's the big one of McCarter.
Yeah, this is a big wicket. McCarter, like I say, this one creeps up onto him. Therefore, he's not able to get power in the shot. But look, he's almost had his hand broken with that cordon bowl attempt. He's had the magic spray. That's all technique. Head still, eyes on the ball, and he's got a nice pair of shades.
Wow, good spot from you. That's a great plug. But yeah, he'll be disappointed to get out there. A big wicket in this match, and gives a new player a chance. Adam McCade coming to the crease, and well, he'll be hoping to play a substantial innings here. Jarman, I'd love to see his bowling figures for the tournament. I swear he picks up wickets consistently. I mean, there's not too much pace about him, but he always puts it on a pretty naggy length.
Yeah. And that's the thing there. That was the length. He got the bounce as well. He's quite a tall chap, so he will get some bounce. Hits the seam well. And you can see that McCarter, once again, he's going into the ball. He wants to charge rather than wait for it. Probably should have been going back and looking to cut this ball. Wanted to go over the top, but not able to clear the captain. So they get the breakthrough.
Well, short, wide, and signal to wide. Another point in this match which is important, Rico, is that if Royal Tigers Budapest do lose, they don't want to lose in a quick amount of time. They boosted their net run rate this morning with a really quick win. So if they had to lose they might hold on to that 1 or 2 spot still.
Very good point.
Jarman, shorter, it's too short. It's a nice freebie for a new batsman. And McDade, he doesn't miss out.
McDade, he's been good. You saw he scored valuable runs, 29 of 17 in that narrow win against the Norwegian champions, Boika. And he's one that, if he stays out there, can make a good, solid contribution and good partnership together with his captain, Britain.
Oh, good comeback delivery from Jarman. That's what he's been doing most of the tournament. He does get the breakthrough, and it's 19 for 1 after 2.
Yeah, 19. They've got that breakthrough, haven't they? And what have I told you? That's exactly what the Royal Tigers were on, 19 for 1 after 2. So this is neck and neck.
Yeah, this does have a feeling of going down right to the wire. It's been a tense game, but this is what I mean. When we look at the net run rate, the Royal Tigers destroyed Griffins, I have to say that, earlier today, chasing down 100 in no time. So their net run rate's got quite a boost at the moment. So even if they lose this game, they just don't want to lose by a lot.
Yeah, they'll still hold top spot, obviously, and that means as this group has been, it's all neck and neck. And we always, I mean, sometimes quite early on we start talking net run rate, and a lot of people probably think, you know, the group just started. Why are you talking net run rate? This is why we're talking net run rate, and I think it's very important for teams to acknowledge that you know. And I always say, if you're going to lose, well, don't lose badly. Try to make it a good lose. Yeah, lose well, because it can come down to this. Big moment now, this.
Yeah, Kurtapal. He's had a really good tournament with bat, with the ball. Probably more with the ball, though.
Yeah.
He's a bit of a barometer for their side, and he comes on that interesting angle of a run-up. Oh, and well, you tell someone he's having a good tournament with the ball, he bowls a big, wide, no ball.
Well, I think, I mean, he hardly bowls a wide ball, but wide and high. I mean, this is a no ball because of the height. And free hit.
Oh, no.
And a man who's struggling to find form. But this is what you want to do. You want to feed him free balls. He's after this.
Oh, and he gets a big piece of it, but unfortunately for him, he finds one of the two boundary riders. So they get away with that. But yeah, that was uncharacteristic from Kurtapal because he has bowled really well all tournament.
Yeah, I mean, that was very unconsistent. He's always, I think, I mean, you were talking about Jayaraman and looking at his bowling figures and his wicket tally. I reckon Kurtapal is probably the leading wicket taker in this group. He's always picking up 2 or 3 every time he bowls.
So that's a good ball, gets it up nice and full, and they'll scamper through for a single. Good running. Most of the fielders are in the inner ring, are on the ring.
Gives the strike back to Captain Britain now, and he's looking to play attacking shots, but at the same time he's probably going to be a little bit cautious.
Whipped away again. That was a full toss. He missed out on that. Yeah. Maybe they're thinking that let's see Kurtapal pull off a little bit, show him a bit of respect.
Maybe, like you said, I mean, we certainly saw clear evidence of the homework they'd done, and it paid dividend as well, didn't they, when they were doing the fielding. And now maybe they've done that. They're applying that here when they're batting as well.
Oh, that is an absolute jaffa. Oh, and they'll scamper through for the bye, I believe. And wow, looking forward to seeing this. This missed leg stump by an inch.
Yeah, I mean, this is signal buys, is it? I thought he dug this out. I'd like to see it again.
I think he.
What's happened here?
Oh wow! How's that missed the stumps?
What a great delivery that was. I mean, it's, you bowl Yorker like this, you're expecting this to rip out leg stump. It ends up missing.
Oh, and that's a good cricket shot. Well, conventional cricket. That's a bit wider of the off stump. Britain, he was dropped earlier, cashes in.
Yeah, this is nice because this is all about, you see the way he's played his shot. It's sort of an up and under. He knows if you can get underneath this, it's going over the infielders and it's going to be safe, and it is. 4 more nice shots. So the captain, Andrew Britton, is trying to make a mark in this match.
And he gets that Yorker length. Britain sort of turns it into Yorker length again. And, well, that does bring an end to the power play. And the score I have is 28 for 1.
Yeah, 28 for 1. He'll feel he's unlucky not to get a wicket there with that attempted Yorker. Started badly with that full toss, so no ball. The very first one that he bowled. But finished well. Just some conversation here. I'm just wondering if they're checking if this actually was the over or not. Yeah, it was. The clarification is there. I suppose maybe it may have been a bit of confusion about the first delivery. That was the no ball. But look, you have a look. We just quickly saw the comparison of the power plays. Well, we know that there's very little in it. The only difference is you say that Brigade is slightly ahead. A couple of extra runs. Had lost 1 wicket less as well. And then we saw all those wickets also falling towards the latter part of the innings from the Tigers. Good running again here, really good backing up. And that's one thing that Brigade have been very good at. Backing up has been good, their running has been good. They've certainly have done their homework.
Yep, they have. They've been pretty switched on all game. They're in control, you would say, at the moment. Jarman to continue. That's a little bit short. That's high in the air, and, well, he gets every piece of that. It's 6 runs into the fan zone, Rico.
Well, he gets every piece of it. Well, I don't think the fans quite were expecting this. That took them by surprise. Have a look. Watch out, watch out. There's a kookaburra about. And, well, some evasive action taken here, I think. Good applause from the teammates. That's a nice shot.
What did they drop him on, Rico? What was Britain on when he was dropped?
He was on 5.
So it's already cost them 14 runs, and when you've only got 89 on the board, it hurts.
It does. Just a little bit. He's done that a couple of times, hasn't he? Jaramani just lets himself down occasionally with that short delivery. Hasn't really got the pace for that to trouble the batter.
That's a little bit of a head start there. No, you're right. It's not the quickest. He has to keep it outside off stump. Like that. That's good bowling. That's a good response.
Yeah. The best of shots, really, from Britain. He's done this a couple of times, hasn't he? He's played a nice shot, then he's gone for this one. You just get the feeling that if he does make contact with it, he's more likely to give a chance than get any significant runs from it.
Oh, he toes that. It's going to land. Will it go for 4? No, good fielding. And he gets the throw in eventually. He holds on to it for a while. That's Basharat up there. Good fielding.
Yeah, well done from Basharat. Well, Jack there standing up. He doesn't want to sit down. He's getting a bit anxious. Nice shades, Jack. Nice shades.
Yeah, enjoying the sun. It's getting warm up here as well. Cut hard straight to Kurtapol. 1 run.
Lovely shot. Lovely looking shot. The authentic cut. Finds the fielder, but he won't mind that. I mean, when the ball's coming off nicely off the middle of the bat, you're timing it well. As a batter, while you're out there, you think you're going to go on and score some runs.
Oh, there's an edge, and well, it's a tough game to be a bowler sometimes. That's a genuine edge, and fortune favours the brave.
Yeah, it certainly does. I mean, he's swinging and swinging hard, Britain. And this one flies past the keeper. There is a man inside the circle on the third, but Zahir Safi, all he could do is watch it and hope that the stronger together Fancy's going to stop the ball from going under it.
Yeah, bit of luck there for Britain, but riding his own luck. It's 41 for 4. And, well, Rico, they only have to go only 8.1 and over. Do you still keep going aggressive at the moment, or do you sort of nudge it around?
I think you do. I think what they've decided here, from my observation, is that I think the captain, Andrew Britton, has decided that he's going to be the one that's going to play the attacking shots. I think he knows there's a risk element involved, but he's prepared. If he's out, he's prepared to be out. I think it's all about how the other batters go around. I think that's the plan. The plan is that one of us has to be aggressive, the others play the ball about, be the stroke player, and if the aggressive batter is out, then they change it again. I think they all got roles to play. Yeah,
and how do the Royal Tigers Budapest get themselves back into this game? Obviously they have to get wickets, but is there anything else they do? Could they bring cover and point tight, try to get some dots?
I think so. I think I would have a look at the field set on the leg side as well. Maybe chance having the mid wicket in, so he's actually in the catching position. And but the key thing is when the opportunity comes their way, got to take it. We've seen. I mean, that's been the lesson, I think, in today's play. There's been key moments where catches have gone down. If those catches are taken, then it's a different game.
Yep, absolutely. Good analysis from Rico Full there. Basharat, he's into the attack. Can he get the breakthrough? It's an appeal, but that's straight off the bat. And good fielding, hits the middle stump, but really good running from Britton and McDade. Simple single. I mean, that's the thing, when the required rate's only at 8s, one boundary and over and a couple of singles will do it. You need Royal Tigers Budapest to have a magical sort of over with the ball.
Yeah, he's going for that Yorker length delivery. Basharat, that's left-handed, but opts to bowl right.
Yeah, a few cricketers like that. And kids, slide your bats in at home.
Yeah. Good lesson. I think he thought that was going to be easier than he expected. Basharat, can he get the breakthrough? Any one of these two batters removed could be significant.
Full, driven hard, and mid-on's actually quite wide, so they could potentially turn for 2. And that's Kukakel out there, and they'll settle for 1.
Yeah, nice looking shot. If he'd Yeah, just practicing that again. He knows that if he times it better with that fielder being pretty wide out there, would have been a boundary.
They need something magical here. They need a bit of brilliance in the field or something with the ball. That won't be it. That's a slower ball. You can see he's trying something, but it is a wide.
Yeah, he seems a bit surprised here.
Well, you don't
that
argue
looked pretty wide to me.
Don't argue with big Harrison Ward. He's about 6'8". And, I can't. I'll sit on the fence. I'm not too sure.
No, it does come in a little, but yeah, it's always a wide. If it's catching that line, it's given. I think that's the fair call. I mean, the bowler's thinking, hasn't it not come in enough? No, it hasn't.
Oh, he's got him well. It's a loose shot from Britain. I'm not too sure that was needed. We said they...
Bowled, he the ball before it was called a wide, and he just thought, well, you know what, well, maybe if I bowl it again, it will surprise him. Maybe he's not expecting 2 out of 2. It did surprise him, because not only was it a slower one, but it was on the money, and that's what you got to do. You got to bowl straight, get it right up there, and if they miss, you hit, and that's what he's done here. Jagade hit their style. Well, there we go. The stumps have been raided again.
Yeah, he's done him all ends there. You can see Britton sort of saying he was an off-cutter, and Basharat, well, he's foxed the batsman beautifully. And Britton, he'll be disappointed because he got himself in, he got himself set, but he has to go. Pretty decent T10 innings, though. And he made 25 off 16, 3 fours, a 6, striking at 156. And Rico, is this game back on?
Yeah, it is. It is. Partnership has to be broken. We saw that yesterday, didn't we? I mean, we've got to take you back to that game between Griffins and the Royal Tigers. Griffins were in a very similar position. They looked like they were going to get the runs that the Royal Tigers put on the board, 107 to 108 they needed, and they're just cruising. But we always said that you get a wicket and everything changes. They did get the wicket. They got Luke Letizia out for 44, and then after that, they just couldn't get back into the rhythm. And this is a similar sort of match. I mean, it's under 9 and over required, so you get a couple of good overs in here, take it to about 12, and the jitters step in.
Iftikhar Hussain, he strides out to the wicket now. And that'll be a wide to start. Well, his confidence will be sky high. 3 wickets in an over earlier. Always good to do that and then coming back in a crucial position.
Yeah, it is. And we saw him, the first time we saw Hussain, he opened the batting. And after that, we saw him drop lower down the order. And he seems to have settled in this position. Seems to work well for him.
Oh, that's short. It's a top edge, but that will fly. And 6 runs. Well, James Cantor with the misfield down there, sitting under the scorecard. But 6 runs, Rico.
Corey, you're just loving somebody else having a mishap. One of the other Blue Army, because normally it's you, Corey. And we won't dwell on that too much. But I didn't say it. So where is James? Where are you, James? There we go. Nice. Oh, dear. We just he's cut that, hasn't he, James? Yeah, James Cantor.
What a start, though, for Iftikhar Hussain. He's having a good game. 6 off 1.
Yeah, big shout out to Lando, James's son. He loves the cricket.
Oh, that's a big appeal, and he's given him. Well, Rico, we said they needed some magic. Basharat, he gets 2 wickets in the over. Was this hitting leg stump for you?
Let's see it again. It's hard to see from the angle up here. It would slow a ball again. It's worked for him. If this is full and straight, yeah, I reckon my finger would have been going up as well.
Yeah, excited to see this replay. Well, it's out no matter what. A huge moment in this game.
And, ooh, well, you're quick to put the finger up. I'd say it's hit him full. You got to decide if it's going to go on and hit the leg stump, or is it going to drift away and miss. That's the call for me. Umpire's call.
Yeah, I think that's umpire's call. I've got that at least touching, because it's hit him so full, doesn't have much further to travel.
Yeah.
And I mean, who's going to say no to big Harrison Ward? I mean, he plays for Sussex. But no, it's out. He'll be disappointed. I mean, he got the 6 away, but he goes and, well, it's game on now. 2 wickets in the over. We said we needed to see something happen. We just have. Good bowling for Basharat, and it looks like the captain's going to take the ball now. Manjian, game back on. These 2 teams, number 1 and 2 in the group, are having a right old tussle between each other. This is a great game of cricket.
Great game. That's really, really good bowling from Bashrat. Remember, he took got that wicket, didn't he? The important one with the clever slow bowling, that of the captain, Andrew Britton. And then, well, the next 2 deliveries weren't the best. And, well, it seems to be when he's in trouble, or maybe he's a bit predictable, perhaps, he reverts to a slower ball. And, well, he picks up 2 wickets in the over, 2 for 11.
So worked away to the leg side. Now there's a bit of pressure on McDade. He's been in for 9 balls. He's on 9. He now needs to take a bit of the lead. And David Barr, he's come out there. This game, tense.
Yeah, very tense. The only thing that they've done in that over is they've reduced the run rate slightly. So they'll be, if they have to go a run a ball for a couple of overs, they won't mind that, because they'll feel that if either one of these batters, by doing that, get themselves in, they'll be able to accelerate when they need to. I think that'll be the theory, though I don't think McDade will be quite approaching it that way.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they don't have to do anything crazy to get these runs, but there's just a bit of match pressure coming out right now. And that is a bit of a match pressure shot, as you can see. I mean, you hit some singles, you get the odd boundary. They should still coast to this total, you would think.
They should, but, I mean, those quick wickets, captain going, and then the big wicket of Hussain. And he's normally been like a rock coming in at that number.
Or edge. And, well fielded down there. Didn't want to beat him. That's Safi. And stops 3 runs, just a single, so 4 singles. It's over. You can just feel it in there. There's just a bit of match pressure right now.
Yeah, I mean, very quiet in the fan zone as well. You know, there's quite a few people out there supporting Brigade. And, yeah, they're feeling it here as well.
Nice late cut again. Another single.
Yeah, you just feel that they need, you know, if there's a couple of loose deliveries, a couple of errors in the field, and that results in a couple of boundaries, then that will then swing the balance of this match at the moment. But at this moment in time, another wicket certainly would leave it wide open.
That's pushed into the offside. Good batting. 6 singles off the over. So I think they respected the captain Munyon. It's 58 for 3 after 6. You're right. 1 or 2 boundaries will break this right open, but it's not so required just now. You don't want to take it too deep, though. You don't want to win it in the last ball.
Yeah, I mean, you'd go back to Bashrat here, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah, I think I'd be tempted to. I mean, they haven't used the 5th bowler just yet. And that's going to be a lot of pressure for whomever that is. So really, this has been a good day of cricket. Very tense throughout.
Yeah, it has been. Remember, the other key thing is, remember, you've got Abhishek Khatpal still got 1 to bowl. Now, he's not going to be easy to get away. I mean, even when he bowled a bad over, including that no ball, he only still, I think, went for 9 runs. So, yeah, just 9 runs. So, they've got him still in the tank. So I think Brigade would need to be thinking about that and say, right, okay, we've got to go after 1.
Full, worked into the hole in the leg side, but they'll just settle on a single. I think for me, I'm asking probably McDade to try and just take maybe just a little few risks, maybe smack a couple of 4s along the ground and bar bats through, or vice versa. One of them looking to hit a boundary. Doesn't have to be aerial. I think some players do forget that and they go for the mighty heave, but you can hit it along the carpet and get boundaries as well.
Yeah. They do go with Bashrat. 2 for 12 so far.
Good length ball. Into the leg side for yet another single. 8 singles in a row. It's brewing. Something's about to happen. A bit of chaos.
Yeah, a bit of chaos. Well, maybe they're doing just what I said they probably need to do, just to steady the ship slightly. Just make sure there's no dot balls, even if it's a single, take them, and then try to cut loose. Maybe they decided, well, let's see of Bashrat and let's target whoever that 5th bowler is going to be.
Push hard down the ground and good fielding, good mopping up. That's the captain. He's sensational, Munyon.
Hasn't he led by example here, whatever the outcome? And just go back to his first over when he had an incredible attempted cordon bowl. The ball hit him high up on the wrist. He needed attention for it, but he came back, stayed on the field of play, bowled a good over, then he took the catch as well.
Shot over the top. Well, it was brewing after 9 singles in a row. He opens his arm. McDade, that's a glorious shot.
That's a beautiful shot, isn't it? And you can almost sense the sigh of relief around the ground and also in the camp. They needed that shot. It came. Of course, the important thing now is for them, as far as they're concerned, it's all right, okay, we've got that boundary. Now let's go back to what we were doing. Let's go back to just taking these singles. And, well, if it's there again, that one just a little bit fuller, wasn't it? Bit fuller, bit of width, and he puts it away.
Oh, and that one strays down the leg side, and, well, they get a pretty priceless dot ball there.
Yeah, that's the slow ball. I said, didn't I? Every time he seems to be in the spot of bother, and spot of bother meaning that boundary, he then reverts back to the slow ball. That was it there. It wasn't picked, but it was on the legs. I mean, even if the batter misses this, it would have got a wide ball.
Yeah, his slower ball's quite good. It sort of goes in the angle in the air. Sort of, it's like a slow in-swinger.
Will he bowl it another? Will he try and get the slow ball in again? It was effective last time round in the last over.
Well, that's a cracking shot and great fielding again. The captain,
Who else?
He's having a bit of a gem of a game there at mid-off and brings an end to the over. 66 for 3. Brigade, they'll be happy with that over because they did find the boundary.
Yeah, this was a really nice shot, didn't he? Well, you'd say sometimes you got to stand and deliver. That's what he does, but you can't get it past this man. He's like a wall there at the moment. Not getting anything past me, says Harshmandian, and, well, this is what we got to look forward to. Corey, Eliminator.
Yeah, tough game to call, actually, because Indo-Bulgarian, well, they had a really impressive batting display before, but Borvica, they've shown they can match it with the big boys as well.
Yeah, they certainly have. I mean, you've got the likes of Salim in there. He's been good. Shazad as well hits the ball really well, and, well, you can take nothing away from Malik Usman Arif and Mohammed Imran. All 4 of those, if they get 20 balls to face, they could really put high runs on the board. But then also in the Bulgarian, Jamie Baden, he's finding his form. Maybe they've got the right spot for him now, opening the batting. Prakash Mishra is there as well. Webster, what a good knock. He had scored runs really quickly earlier today. And, yeah, that's got the makings of a really good contest. All of these have been good contests, to be fair.
Huge over coming up here in the context of this match. Oh, and it's just missed the leg stump. So Shubham Dari's come into the attack. He's going to have to bowl 12 balls out of the remaining 18, and that's, well, 11 out of the remaining 17. Kurtapal has 1 over as well. That just missed the leg stump. So this man, he's going to have a pretty good day with the ball if they're to get over the line. Yeah,
it'd be disappointing not to make contact with that one, though. Now he goes outside the off. This is clever bowling. Very clever.
Well, 2 dot balls, and well, the pressure all of a sudden on Brigade. I remind you, Kurtapal's going to bowl the next over. He's not easy to get away. They're probably going to want to target Dari a little bit here.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but with him getting those 2 dots in there, upper hand maybe to the Tigers.
Well bowled, really well bowled. Well, when you come in as the 5th bowler, there's a lot of pressure when you're bowling 2 at the end. What a great start.
Great start, isn't it? First 3 deliveries, just the 1 run off it. And it's not just the fact that it's the 1 run off it, it's that he's got his line perfectly right as well.
He hits that hard. Well, no one's fielding there. I was thinking he was going to hit this for 6. He hits it for 4 instead. Good batting.
It's really good batting because what he doesn't try to hit the ball too hard. He can see where the gaps are in this field. That ball was there. He uses his feet really well. Doesn't try and drag it across on the onside. Just hits through the ball nice and straight. Lovely shot. Boy,
they needed that. Oh, now this will be an interesting call. He's called that a wide.
How early does he move? Is what I'll be interested to see, Corey. Yeah, I know what you're thinking.
Sometimes for me, see, the batter's moved a long way there, so for me, it's a tough call.
Yeah, I mean, they would have probably taken that consideration, but it was still quite wide. I think if it was in between the guided line and the sideline there, that probably would have got away with it.
They're tough ones to call, aren't they? Yeah. When the batsman moves so early, I do feel for the bowler should have a little bit more assistance, but it was still quite wide. But next ball's worked for a single. This has been a good over from Dari. He needs to finish it well.
Yeah, they'll be looking for a boundary. McDade will want a boundary here.
He doesn't get it. Brilliant over from Dari, and 8 off it. 74 for 3 after 8. And Paul Will they have to take him down?
Well, it's gonna. I mean, he's got to hold his nerve. He has done so far. He's been magnificent. And look, talk us through this, Corey. This is what we're talking about. If he could have a golden ball. Remember the golden ball, for those of you who don't know, and we leave that on the screen, you can see how it's swayed so far. Golden ball means if the scores are tied, it goes down to just one ball being bowled, and you have to score 2 runs. The batters, if they haven't been out, any batter that hasn't been out can face any bowler, can bowl the 1 ball.
Yeah, I totally forgot about the golden ball. This excites me. I love a golden ball. Well, we had a great one last week, wasn't it? Star CC in Helsinki.
Yeah.
An emotional one.
Very emotional, wasn't it?
And, well, it is. It's thereabouts. Curtipal, well, I think they'll be hoping they can at least get 8 off this and only need 8 off the last. Here he comes. Oh, it's good bowling. Dot ball, Rico. Game on.
Gold dust. That's what dot balls are, gold dust. Golden ball, could it be? We've already had 3 this season. We had 2 in Gibraltar. We had the one here in a famous victory of Star CC against the Helsinki Titans. Get a ball.
Oh, wraps him on the pad. It's definitely not out. He's going to try and get the run out. Oh, he misses. Do they run for 2? No.
That's really good observation by the fielder there. That man, he saw the risk. He knew the man at the long on boundary had a long way to come, so he darts across. And I think just seeing him running to back up was enough to deter the batters from taking the second.
Really surprised to see mid-wicket in the ring, and they've put mid off back. I'm surprised. If it were hit, it might have been out. Didn't slide his bat. Big delivery in this match. What a ball. Oh, and he just can't stop the single. Good bowling, though.
Excellent bowling. I was thinking, we know that Abhishek Katsapala has a lethal Yorker. He was unfortunate in his first over not to pick up a wicket from it. Just agonisingly missed the leg stump, but that was a good ball to bowl there. I think this is all about just trying to get something from this. Well, it's going to be a difficult over to leave as few possible in the last.
That's really good bowling. They might come for 2 here. Now,
I think you'd push.
yeah, you got to. And
they could go for 3. They've got to go for 3 here, surely. This is a disaster. But they could still keep running. Could have been 4 in the end, but this has just gone all wrong, Corey.
Well, Dari's had an absolute shocker from backward point. He cut third man off, got in his way, and then rolled it along the ground. It should have just been 1, maybe 2, but it's a vital 3 runs. And, wow, that is a mistake. Look at this. He gets in his way. That's the third man's ball. And then while he's on the ground, he throws it like that, so they run again.
Yeah, what was that all about?
Panic. These are moments to stay calm. Hits that hard. He needs to stop this. He can't stop this. 4 runs, and that boundary really opens it up for Brigade now.
Yeah, you just felt there was one moment. It could have gone either way. It could have been that Yorker that knocks the stumps out. It could have been one shot that goes to the boundary. And that would have been, or could be, the deciding factor. I think he anticipates, comes down the wicket, and Katapal wasn't able to stop him, and that fielder there wasn't able to stop the ball going to the boundary. Big moment.
Oh, goes for the ramp, gets the ramp, good batting. The low full toss, 4 runs. And back-to-back boundaries mean they are in a stone's throw of winning this match.
Yeah, he almost knew this was going to be a Yorker. It's all anticipation once more. Gets himself into position early. But the bowler, Abhishek, did he have time to change what he's going to bowl? Could he have banged this one in? Well, he just went for the ball. He was going for the Yorker. Gets it wrong, probably a little bit overpitched, but still had to be put away, and was put away emphatically.
Yeah, it's good batting. 87 for 3 after 9. Only 3 runs to win. You would assume Brigade will go on to win this game, and you have to think that little bit of fielding where it turned from maybe a 1 or 2 to a 3, it really has cost them, because the next 2 balls went 4. He shouldn't have been on strike.
Yeah, and of course the other thing that does, I mean, you can't say it wouldn't. It bugs the bowler, doesn't it? Should have been 1, ends up being 2. Ends up being 3, actually.
Well bowled, but really well played. So a single now. So here, you've got to be a bit smart as a captain. You still got this game on. Maybe bring a couple more in the ring. Ask the question. That's what they do. That's good. Make them hit it over the top to get the win.
McDade, he's kept his nerve, hasn't he? Don't worry about the strike rate. It's all about playing the right game in the right situation.
Chipped into the gap for one. He was the only man left out on the boundary, and it is a single, so scores a level. Well, unless we see a little miracle, Rico, Brigade will go on to win a bit of a nail-biter.
Yeah, it will be. But look, the main thing here is what you touched on earlier, is about how deep the Tigers could take this. And by them taking it as deep as they have, that net run rate will still be favourable for them.
Oh, inside edge, and, well, it's slow fielding, meaning that's the one run. And, well, Brigade will go on to win what was a really tense game of cricket. Congratulations to them. McDade and Barr, well, they proved to be the right partners right at the back end. And a couple of boundaries that occurred in that 9th over have helped them get over the line.
Yeah, it's been an important partnership, hasn't it? And just tell you, I think that's 37 runs those two have put on together. But I think the key thing was, when they came together, was that they needed, because they had that little flurry of wickets, didn't they? Especially when Hussain went. They needed to say, right, what do we need to do? They worked it out, they calculated it in their head, in their mind. They went through that phase, and I remember saying at the time to you that what they've got to do is just regroup, take the singles, and they did that. I think 8 or 9 singles on the spot, and then that big shot came, and well, they're going to get a nice round of applause there. And of course they are, because they've done the job there. And those two men, well, in those sparkling disco-like sort of tops, but they're flashing away now, because they've done the job for the team, and they're going to be a happy bunch when they get in there. Well, this is how it all started. A little bit of pain for the captain. Well, he continued because of the pain, and it was the courtesy of this incredible attempt from him. But, well, that one, well, it cost him some runs. Britain was on 5 when that went down. He ended up making, I think, 25. So that's 20 runs that catch drop. In these matches, it all makes a difference.
Yeah, you could see the fans were all enjoying it. And Munyon, he well, fielded really well throughout the whole innings at mid-off, and there was a couple of wickets. This was the big one of Britain, and well, it was that man Basharat. He ended up taking 2 wickets in this over, and at this stage we thought, well, can the Royal Tigers Budapest get themselves back ahead, because Hussain, he went early.
Yeah, I mean, that was the one that we said is you got to umpire score, umpire standing wicket to wicket, and whichever other angle you can look at it, I think the umpire's got to give that. And well, a tall man, as a Ward decided that's going to go and hit the leg stump, which I think is a fair call. But look, well, what was it? He could not have tried.
No, absolutely. I mean, this was a little moment where, yeah,
I think that's a big moment.
Yeah, he
2 extra runs.
Gave 2 extra runs, and then the next 2 balls went for boundaries. But credit to Brigade, because for me, they won this game in the ball in the field. They were exceptional with the ball in the field, and the batsmen, they had a tough time of it, but they did enough to get over the line. Yeah,
and they'll be encouraged by that. And before we go on to look at that scorecard, this is what we got coming up next. It's going to be a humdinger of a match. I think this one will also go all the way down to the wire. You've got 2 teams that have found their form. The champions from Norway against the champions of Bulgaria, and we've seen Indo-Bulgaria, they registered a convincing win today. They batted well, though there's still question marks about them in the field. They still dropped some fairly easy catches there, but Bjorvika, the Norwegian champions, they've been in good form themselves. They've got some interesting players in there that if they have a good day, they can score lots of runs themselves. Corey, the scorecard.
Yeah, well, 3 batsmen getting into the 20s in the chase. Britain got them off to a bit of a flyer. McDade, he batted through. He took the key lock roll, 25 or 24. And then David Barr, he gave the end of the innings a bit of energy, and he ended up with 20 not out off 11. Both those two seeing their team over the line. And, well, they timed their run perfectly.
Yeah, it was. You're absolutely right. It was well timed. I think the batters there, especially those 2 there towards the end, that put on that partnership of 37 runs, McDade and Barr. I think they knew exactly what they were doing. The bowling, well, look, they can't be too disappointed about this, the bowlers. I think you just got to say, right, in this match, it was our batters that let us down. If we had another 30 runs to play with, it would have been a different game.
Yeah, absolutely. They all chipped in their best, but their batters didn't rock up. And, well, with this result, it leaves the group quite interestingly poised, because later today, Brigade will be playing Griffins. And, well, Royal Tigers, their net run rate is still going to be quite strong. So for the Griffins to get into first or second, they're going to have to win and win pretty well.
Yeah, they certainly will do. And, well, I think it's in the hands, though, isn't it, of Brigade. Brigade will feel that maybe they, with that victory there, going into that match against Griffins, will probably favour themselves to perhaps go and get a good win under their belt.
Yeah, absolutely. So if they win that match later today, they will then confirm finishing in the top 2. But that brings an end to this one. It's been an excellent match. Thank you, Rico. He'll be back with Vinny Sandu in the next match, and we'll join you later for some more T10 action. Thank you.
This is how we play cricket.
On the Coast of our song.
And welcome back to the beautiful Costa del Sol, where the fan zone is looking fantastic at the moment as we head into the fourth match of the day. It's Eliminator number 2 between the Norwegian champions Bjørvika and Indo-Bulgarian. One of these teams, sadly, it'll be time for them to get their dancing shoes on. They'll be out of the tournament after this match. Let's see what happens at the giant coin toss with Rob Kemming.
Your call.
Yeah. Keeper.
Keeper's called. It is keeper.
Bat first.
So it is Prakash Mishra that calls correctly. He calls keeper. It is keeper. And that means that they are going to bat first. Gives them a good chance to set a target for Bjørvika. And when they played 24 hours ago, they only got 92 on the board. I think they'd like a few more. Batten at the top of the order. Well, that was important, wasn't it? He got them off to a really good start. But we'll see what they can put on the board. And we'll see maybe if the Bulgarian Express can get a wicket. Norway, they've been in good form. They're confident. Let's go up to the commentary box now, where Rico Full is waiting for me with the news in Eliminator number 2. That it is Indo-Bulgarian that have won the toss. They're going to have the bat.
Hello and welcome back. And what a magnificent view that is. Well, I think we caught, or Corey caught, and he was trying to catch it. He was trying to shoot it down. The drone that's been up there, taking this beautiful aerial view of where we are, surrounded by picturesque landscapes. And there's the Sierra de Cartama that goes around this ground. The Cartama Oval, breathtaking. And not only is it beautiful to look at, but as you've heard from all of the teams, not only in Group A, but in this Group B, it's a pleasure and a joy to play on it as well. I think the pitch really, it's an artificial pitch. It's played so well, it's so true. Batters, as you can see, go out there and they can bat with confidence, and bowlers, they do get something out of the pitch as well. What a match we have lined up for you here. I think this is going to be another one, nice and spicy. The Indo-Bulgarian side, the champions of Bulgaria, taking on Bjørvika. They are the champions of Norway. Indo-Bulgaria winning the toss, and they decided that they are going to have a bat first. And why not? Nice to see the brigade crowd. They're enjoying themselves there, and they'll be very happy and very confident after that win. I know that Vinny's been having a bit of time with RT as well. Well, more on that maybe a little bit later as we have a look at the two teams at this fantasy dashboard. And have a look at the high numbers in red. That'll tell you the players that are in good form. Jamie Batten, Prakash Mishra performing really well. And on the other side, Wasim Abbas, he's been good, hitting the ball hard, and that's one thing that they will do, and Karam Shazad as well. Well, this is, well, I'm quite surprised about this, 91 to 97, but that's what the computer says, the expected score, average runs, and also the victory. I reckon that Bjørvika will be able to chase them down as well. Well, in the Bulgarian, they'll have other things to say about it. I wonder if they'll go with the approach that worked for them against Zagreb Sokol, the team that we've unfortunately had to say goodbye to. Won't see them anymore. They were the first team to be eliminated in Group B. Who will be the second? Well, very simple. Whoever does not win this match, we will see no more of them. Jamie Batten, I'm pretty sure. And yep, there he is taking his guard. Will be the opener with Prakash. And looks like he's going to be facing the first delivery. And what a good series that he's had. Many people still waiting for him to take his first wicket, or maybe it'll be in the match, or the match is. The Bulgarian fans, supporters and teammates will be hoping the matches that count. This one does count. He needs to get good runs on the board. And you know all about this man, a great all-rounder, classy player, knowledgeable player. It's Salim getting ready to bowl the first ball in this all-important match. Here we go. First up to Batten. It's full and it's called a wide. I don't think this misses by too much from the reactions of everybody. Lots of oohs. Usman Haider, the bowler. Have a look at this, and oh, it doesn't miss by much, does it? And you can see why it's so difficult sometimes. If that's full and it hits the pads, everybody's up. As you can see there, it doesn't go on to hit. This time with variation, and Batten's disappointed. You feel that he's missed out on this one. Can he compose himself as well as he did in that first match here today in the Bulgarian played? Salim starts well, no run on the board so far. Still changing the field. A lot of shabba shabba. There'll be a lot of shabba shabba. He gets a wicket. And, first runs on the board. Batten just bat onto ball, angles it on the leg side, takes a single. Hello to everybody on the chat. William Warren, Indo. I wonder who he's supporting. Luke Belgium, always doing a great job. Emma as well. Emma's excited as well. James Stewart, he's very happy with the way that Brigade finished off the last game. Salim once more, this time to, well, just a little bit of talking going on there. Many black for this match. Just asking the players to talk the bowlers coming in. That's maybe, no, I thought maybe. The way Prakash plays that, looks like it was pretty wide. Mishra took a while to get going, didn't he, in the last game? Oh well, he wanted to go after this one. Just doesn't get that foot in the right place. Look, the shot is on because they have got the man mid-off inside the circle. That's where he was aiming to get this one to go. Turns on this, but will just be a single, and Cash does get off the mark. It's a slow start. All to go. Afternoon to our men in black. It's Nilkesh Patel, Boulder's End, and Anad Chup. He's that square leg. And played into the ground, angles it to the man at backward point on the boundary. Take the single. So a good start to Salim, top performer, knowledgeable player. Going to be a good battle, I think, between Salim and Prakash. Yet 4 on the board. The first over, 4 without loss. Once again, what a glorious day. You can see there, not a cloud in the sky. Highs of 24. And I'll tell you this, it's warmer than that because these temperatures are given to you. Temperatures in the shade. And when you're out there in the sun, it's very warm. So, oh, I know there's quite a few supporters out there and fans from all various nations enjoying the sunshine. Put on the sun cream. And, over number 2, and it's going to be Usman Arif. See if he can get his line right with his pace. Well, this has been picked up beautifully, and this is all about just helping the ball along the way, uses the pace, and he absolutely nails this. It's gone a mile high in the sky. It's going, it's still going. Maybe it's going all the way to Marbella. Well, maybe the kids will bring that one back in the coach tomorrow. 6 runs, and a good time to welcome back Mr. Maximo in the house.
Well, all aboard the Sky Train. That one was high and it's lodged in those bushes. It's going to take some finding. So after a pretty quiet first over, getting the first Maximo of this crucial knockout match. Will the train be flying again on Finals Friday? They need to win this. Burma Cup, their only appearance today. Next one is driven away over cover. This is the classical strike from Batten, who's been a revelation opening the innings with Mishra. A bit of a gutsy call because Lakov and Mishra had put together some really good performances, but I think they had the instinct that Batten, he just offers something a little bit more attacking from the outset than Lakov. And certainly that was a beautiful shot, down on one knee, caressing that one over the covers for 4.
Delightful shot, lovely to watch, and I bet you it's lovely to play as well. That'll make him feel good.
Oh, this one pitches up. And Arif just seemed a little bit in kind of third or fourth gear, not quite top speed since day one. And that time you see the extra bounce he gets though. He's a dangerous customer.
Yeah, I don't agree with you there. I think you heard me say the other day, I don't think he's bowling full pelt.
Digs this out, or he chops this out, and somehow he manoeuvres this away to the boundary. So Batten, he's got all the shots, and this one is just a little bit of a clever deflection, and he gets 4 more, and he moves to 16.
Yeah, no, this is a shot of a class player, of a class cricketer. He knows where the field is. He's not a bad bowler at all. And, well, Usman Harif will be wondering how this has gone for 4. This is all about awareness. He knows that if he times this well enough, that this is going to beat the fielder.
Outstanding batting. Comeback ball from Arif. Big swoosh of air as that one goes past the outside edge of Batten. And yeah, I think what I've liked about Indo-Bulgarian and even Zagreb Sokol, they found themselves promising at times but not really stringing a match together. So they haven't been afraid to change things. Even things that have been working okay, they've been looking for a better way to do things. And Lakov at 4, we haven't actually seen him bat at 4 yet, but you know he can also bat in that position. I think the way he runs between the wickets, the way he kind of adapts to the game situation. So it's a bold move to break up the regular opening partnership, but I think it's one that worked in the last game, and I think it gives them a good chance of getting off to a good start here as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And Lakov maybe just takes a little bit longer to get going.
Yeah.
And they probably decided that he's probably better off against probably not the opening bowlers, not against the new ball.
Oh, in the air, and this is going to be gone. So the train's going to have to pull back into the station. He just drives on the up. There's a bit of hot and cold that over. A couple of swings and misses. A couple of really nice strokes, but it's Usman Arif that gets the last laugh as Batten has to go for 16. Just caught shoulder high in the ring. That's the end of 2 overs, 19 for 1.
Yeah, and see, this is probably the difference perhaps between the style that Batten plays and maybe some of the other batters that we've come across. He's still going for the stroke. He's not really going for power. And, well, no mistakes there from Imran, who takes the catch.
Imran yesterday, he was the one that was on his hands and knees pouncing on the ball that he lost in the sun, but this time he does find the ball in his palms. First wicket down. It is 19 for 1. The Bulgarian versus Zagreb Sokol match. Only 2 wickets falling in the Eliminator.
Yeah.
And now they've gone for Lakov at 3. So this is interesting. Maybe there's a bit of thinking that if they lose a wicket in the power play, Lakov will come in at 3, because I had him listed at 4. And if it's out of the power play, they go with Webster. So I think that's that kind of flexible batting approach. Into the over, so Mishra faces and won't get a run here. But certainly these two will know each other well. They've opened the innings a lot for Indo-Bulgarian in recent years.
Yeah, I think the other reasoning could be here. I think Webster is very similar to Prakash. He's more of a hitter. And I think maybe they've decided, well, depending who's, because they're both, I noticed they were both padded up.
Yeah.
I think depending who's out, depends who goes in.
There's a swat from Prakash. And I think this is where occasionally he gets a bit one-dimensional, because he has had success hitting the ball on the leg side. But this is a ball that you can just actually play, a regular cricket shot, maybe elevate it. But look where he tries to hit this in the end, where the head goes. There's nobody back at all on the leg side. There's 5 in the ring. So I think he'll look back at that if they get through and maybe just want to make a subtle adjustment. This time Salim feeds that leg side. It's just going to loop over Zahid Ashraf.
Ball.
Cash, I think he's still struggling with that lower leg injury. They just get a single.
Yeah, that's 2 runs there, though, Vinny. I mean, I think even if he's not running quick, that's 2 you got to take. I think maybe he just decided he just wants to get to the other end and maybe just reflect a little.
Yeah, have a look here. He's ball watching, because of course you're concerned. And by the time he gets going, he's a long way behind Lakov. So we'll get to see Chris Lakov now facing his first ball. Just chatting to Zagreb Sokol players when I had last game off, and obviously they're bitterly disappointed to be out of the tournament. Lakov just chips and runs. It's very quick. They get a single. Yeah, but they were just saying how much they've enjoyed the experience, which is great, how much they'll learn from it. I commended them on their improvement during the week. It was nice to see Dan Lazaridis get some runs, and Maheshwari to see him out there as well. Now, not everything went their way, obviously. Not much
That was
did.
Newton. What's the latest on Newton?
Yeah, so Newton, not great news. I'll give you that news after this ball from Sufyan Salim. Now off the end of the bat, this is another one that's going to be a bit of a teaser. This one, well, it's outstanding work to keep that in. And they will get back for 2 this time.
Good work there from Usman Arif.
Size,
The quick bowler. He's pretty quick covering the ground as well.
size 48's getting the job done. Yeah, so Newton could be a recurrence of an knee injury, and the suspicion is that it might be anterior cruciate ligament. So yeah, he wasn't in good shape at all. Had some knee problems, and well, wishing him the best.
Yeah,
He was just getting going as well, wasn't he? Yes, good areas. Just a bit of away movement from Salim. Had Prakash searching for it. It's the end of 3 overs. Pretty good power play for the Norwegians. They've got Indo-Bulgarian 23 for 1.
Yeah, it's a good spell of bowling. Look at the movement here from Salim. You've seen this from him before. He certainly is one of the bowlers, or one of few bowlers that have really got this ball to move around. But not just move, but move the way he wants it to move.
Yeah.
Good bowling, and that's reflected in his figures. Just 8 runs from his 2 overs.
Bit of a breeze, but nothing like what we saw on Monday and Wednesday. And it is actually more of an in-swing breeze, to be honest, if you're a right-hander. But yeah, you can. It's not overpowering the breeze today like it has been a couple of times. Looks like Wasim Abbas is going to bowl. And here is over number 4. Tossed up. Lakov not really making good contact, but does get through for a single. This will be interesting now with Mishra. So he hasn't minded taking his time early in his innings this week. I've noticed that. And more often than not, it's paid off for him. But he has used 8 balls up for only 4. How will he approach Wasim Abbas?
Abbas, he has been a wicket-taking machine, hasn't he?
Now he knocks him over. And Prakash goes for the shot straight away. Doesn't wait to have a look at Wasim Abbas, who has taken a lot of wickets this week. This time he picks up the Indo-Bulgarian skipper. He's got to go for 4, and it's 24 for 2.
Yeah, just hasn't been with it, hasn't he? This one is flighted up, gets through, and well, you won't like to look at that shot again. He's not. I mean, we know he can hit straight. He needs to be hitting this straight.
Yeah,
Straight for the gap.
just kind of drifts in. Not a lot of side spin for Wasim Abbas. Again, Abbas, slightly unusual action. This is the one thing I would say, is you can bowl with a bent arm. It's just whether it is straightened immediately prior to the delivery. So that's the thing that makes it a difficult one to judge. But Mishra is going to have to go. Couldn't strike a boundary here in Eliminator number 2. And it's 24 for 2.
Yeah, and this is now, I think, the big moment, the big partnership. Webster, he was in good form earlier. Now, can he and Lakov get something going? Look, the 2 of these had a horrible misunderstanding.
Yeah.
First time they were together with the running, there was a run out. So they need to put that behind them. They both have got the capabilities here of batting through this innings and scoring runs quickly. But they need to compose themselves. Abbas is going to really tease them here.
Yeah, for sure. Well, just drifted into new batter. Webster, but he pops back a catch and he's gone first ball. Oh no, the rocket misfires. That is 2 and 2. Wasim Abbas is on a hat-trick, just feeling for that one. Chris Webster just pops off the leading edge. She'll be so disappointed to go. So things happening in the 4th, 24 for 4, and we've got another hat-trick opportunity.
Well, Abbas, he just... he getting 3 of the best, and that's a hat-trick. A nice easy catch there, taken, caught and bowled by Abbas, and it's a good job that he caught it first time, because look what happens here. I don't know if you got this long enough. Throws it up in the air, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going, and down it goes.
There you go. Call him back? No, well,
They all say when it's not the wrong bowling, you take them.
he wasn't going to catch it. Umpire Shub was ready. He's already taken one today. Webster, I'll be so disappointed to go without scoring. 24 for 3. Just a little leading edge there because he closes the face on that a little bit early. Can be a bit anxious early in your innings as well. Just trying to turn it away for 1 to get going. Now it's time for some of these Indo-Bulgarian middle order batters to step up, I think. They haven't really had too much success so far this week. Sometimes they haven't had opportunities, but let's see if Rohit Daman can click with the bat. Hasn't had a good week with the bat so far. Well, first, he's going to have to deal with a hat-trick delivery. Will the hoodoo be broken? We haven't had one in 2022. Hat-trick ball. Blocked back. So we still haven't had a hat-trick. I find it quite amazing that we've had 3 golden balls and we haven't had a hat-trick yet, or a 5-putt for that matter.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, maybe we sometimes get too greedy and get spoiled. I mean, that's an amazing feat and a hat-trick, especially in this format, because you only get 12 balls.
That's true. This one bites back off the surface. Daman gets off the mark. Let's see how Lakov approaches this now. I mean, Rohit Daman, when he's confident, he's a good hitter of a cricket ball. You know, we saw that back in the ECS Bulgaria. But he hasn't had a particularly fruitful week. Hasn't spent too much time at the crease. Plenty of time left to bat. Last ball of the 4th over. Called as 2. Is in the gap. Well, now, well, they might. Was this 4 or not? Yeah, I think it is 4.
Signal 4. What's he done here?
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, I thought the batters were totally not in translation with each other.
Yeah, it just comes straight off his foot and bounced on the rope. You got while that back seat bangs on the rope, and
I think they're fortunate it did, because if they, otherwise one of these batters was going to be stranded.
Well, I could say it forced a fumble, but I don't think the fielder needed to be forced. Karam Shahzad, and that's the end of the 4th over. The score now, after that, has moved along in the high 20s as we have a look at. Well, we've got Roy Torrance here with the book and the Bear RT, of course. This is for the Brigade Club, the Irish. I know that it's a very sad, obviously last year, but this book, I was reading some of it, fantastic, about all the stories and the anecdotes, and some of the pictures are wonderful with some of the names he was rubbing shoulders with. So RT's up here. He's brought the Irish luck in the first game, and I'm sure they'll be hoping for more, and you might just see him at the toss for match 5. So
up in the air, chance, and it's been spilled. And what makes it worse is the batters do come back and turn it into 2. It's been the story today. He's saying that the sun was right in his eyes.
Yeah.
Again, any shades there? No shades.
Probably got a point, because it probably did go straight into the sun. That's Wazim Abbas. Well, he caught the one that was hit off his own bowling. This is Fark Razul. He's in a wicket taker this week. Had that one missed. This one could be another opportunity. This time it will be taken. Usman Arif will take the catch. And so 2 chances and 2 balls. This time, Daman is the man that has to go. He's probably ruining his luck. He probably wonders why the last one wasn't taken, because he was on strike when he shouldn't have been, but he's got to go, and he's the 3rd wicket to fall now into Bulgarian, 31 for 3.
Yes, they just can't. Look, he holds the bat really low down here. You can see where he's got the hands on there, and I think that's what stops him getting this where he wants it. And well, we saw a bad drop from Abbas. He said he can take him off his own bowling, but not when they're off somebody else's. But no damage done, because though they did take the 2, the drop catch. Rohit Daman hits the next one straight to Usman Arif, who takes the catch, so he goes.
Yeah, 2 chances and 2 balls offered by Daman. Usman Arif cleans up. So 31 for 4 now. Wickets falling, a concern. Now they need innings out of somebody. Suraj Negi's one that may offer something different. He's a left-hander. I also think Deep Singh is a man that we saw performing at the business end of the tournament back in Bulgaria last year when we were there. He hasn't really clicked with the bat either this week. So Razul, he just keeps taking wickets this week, doesn't he?
Yeah. Doesn't do, as we said before, anything too exciting. Just gets the ball in the right areas. This has been hit really hard, and now he's got to get back. And he does. It wasn't the best of throws. And this is a chance, Vinny. It's happened so quick. We've seen it again. Does it go all the way? Yeah, it does.
It was. It was a tough one, though. So, just covers the important bits. Isn't able to gather it. Negi yet to score. We'll score now. I'll get one to Salim, who was patrolling his area down at short third man. Thing is, though, those wickets and the fact that they've got all the top order with the exception of Chris Lakov. You look at that current run rate, not even cracking 7 at the moment. They need something to happen and fast. Almost used up half the overs already. Lakov, he'll get one here, but now someone has to help him, I think. They do have hitters, Negi and, like I say, Deep Singh, who'll probably come in next. Yeah, these are guys that, they are hitters. So Lakov has to decide how much of that responsibility he takes on, how many risks he's going to take, or whether he just tries to make sure he's still there all the way deep in this innings. Last ball for Rasul. Oh, this is big, big. 83 for 4 at the halfway point.
Well, this one, I thought was going to shatter the stumps, but he gets lucky for a number of reasons. One, obviously it misses the stumps, but it helps. But the way he's played this, he's getting an inside edge onto his stumps. Totally plays down the wrong line. A horrible looking shot, and Lakov has a little word with him. As the two batters cross for the start of this next over, and that scorecard there doesn't look pretty.
It doesn't, but still have 5 overs. If they could somehow manage to a ball, get up to 80, which may be defendable. Shot by Lakov, gets through one fielder. A riff, I should say. Has to dive, and that's really good running from Lakov. Once he saw it got through the infielder, he knew it was going to be a lot of work for the outfielder who hit the ground, and when he did, Lakov was back for 2.
Lakov, he's trying everything to make sure he doesn't get run out. Have you noticed he's even changed languages now? Aja, he's saying, he's making sure there's no communication failure out there.
Speaks a few languages. Oh, missed stumping. Well, it still might be out. Oh, let's have a look at this one.
This is a bit of dramatic action there for you.
Does he get this ball back onto the stumps? Because I still think this is close if he does. And I think the ball does end up hitting the stumps.
It's all about if the bat was down here or not. I suspect it may have been in the air.
So he fumbles it. So then, look.
Oh, glove.
There's a glove, was it?
Hand.
Yeah. That's why there's no appeal. He's played all. He'll be disappointed. All he had to do was take that. The thing is, it was always drifting in to him. Same with this one. You kind of find yourself playing for turn against Abbas, but I think you have to just assume he's not going to spin it at all and just play for that drift, which he's getting. He's using that breeze, which is just letting it curve left to right on your screen. That's a big let off, though, with Lakov misstumped on 10.
Yeah, I mean, Lakov is the last of the recognised batters, so you know if you get him out. The thing is, at the moment, he's got himself to double figures when he played in big shots.
Left-hander to left-hander. Swing and a miss from Negi. So, yeah.
Pushes that one through, Negi.
See how...
Towards
look
Negi,
at this little curve. Look at it just start going left to right. Keeps going. Just subtle, but enough to beat the bat. Lines up. It's going to be tough to get an LB. Cameron
now they're going for what I would say is the run out.
Not a bad shout, actually.
I think the umpires probably have to make a decision of when this ball becomes dead.
And what happens here? He sits there, and then where's he going? I mean, does he take a step? Oh, I mean, I don't think they really appealed in the end, but it's not smart, is it? If you're the batter, it's not the end of the over. Might not have to wait too much longer, although this one is going to fall between keeper and bowler. Yeah, stay in your crease, probably good advice for any batter. I'll be waiting to hear the result of an appeal. It'll be 1, so Negi just struggling to get going at all. He's 2 off 6. 6 overs down into Bulgarian, 37 for 4.
Yes, and thank you for everybody on the chat. The contributions, 1 or 2 people, like Sam Nick, acknowledging that a lot now depends on the innings here of Chris Lakov. But both batters have given chances. Both could have been back in the hut already. Are they going to make it? Are they going to capitalise on it?
Yeah, you just got to remember, Bjurvika have been a bit suspect with the bat at times as well. They've certainly improved as this series has gone on. But if you can find a way to wangle 75 odd, then with a good start, I think of some of the bowling options they've got, Bulgarian Express, etc. Maybe you can find a way to pinch the match. Razul, he's going to come and get one, and Nagy just cannot get anything out of the middle of the bat at the moment. This one just pops up, gets the single. He is the hitter. And he's going to have to take on Razul. He just never seems to go for many runs. Swings and misses though. Frustration.
How many times have we seen this from Vica that they've gone to Abbas and Rasul and the game changes? No team have really been able to get them away.
Slightly slower ball. He wants to. He might get it. I'm not sure if Nagy will. Well, he's going to have to hustle. Oh, I think he might have just made this. I'm going to have a look at it. He doesn't dive, which makes me think he might have made it. So, the umpire's instinct. There you go. I think he's all right. He's all right. Getting a bit risky. See how he pulls up the turf? But Lakov, I think now he knows he wants to strike as much as possible. He's very quick between the wickets, I should say. Also in the field.
He's very quick.
Got the yips with the catching though, Lakov, doesn't he?
Don't mention the catching. You just get a feeling that he's going to take a blinder. You just feel that, don't you?
And they're going to have to play out of their skin to get over this hurdle now. Indo-Bulgarian. We're heading to the kind of last third of the innings. They're only going at about 60 pace at the moment. Goes after it, and this one might be a boundary. Just curls over the infield, and so a badly needed boundary. Lakov, we pitched the 2, now he pitches 4. He moves up to 16. Into Bulgaria, trying to get something going here in the 7th.
Yeah, they need something. I mean, their opponents, I'm just having to scan through my mind the lowest score that they've posted. But, they've always been thereabout. They've always been looking on average, scoring about 100 runs. And even if they go ballistic from here on in, I can't see them getting to 100. Bulgarian, Lakov, through no lack of trying.
Yeah,
we'll not get them there.
Well said. Got to say, I know we got all the train heads in the chat, Bulgarian fans. We'd love for you to stay with us through finals Friday, and of course the rest of the ECL and the rest of the season. Turn us on any time. We've loved getting to know you a little bit. Over 1,200 matches last year on ECN. Hoping for 1,000 plus this year. Here's Rasul. Nagy might as well go for it. I know Lakov wants to here. He'll get back. He's got to go. They might get Nagy here. They won't, but I mean, that was worth it, I think. So Lakov pinches back the strike. Good running from him. He's doing what he can, and that's 7 overs down. The score is 47 for 4 as the Mwags, that's the mothers, wives and girlfriends, as they like to be called now, of Brigade.
Mwags, huh?
Mwags. A bit like a kiss. Mwah.
I tell you what, these two batters, they're using this pitch as a landing strip at the moment.
They are. Hey, look, this is the format, and we're on Super Thursday. We have the round robin matches complete now. It's elimination day for these two teams. Only one will survive to finals Friday, which starts tomorrow. And we'll find out exactly who will go through to Championship Week 6. Already, Tunbridge Wells booked their place after winning Group A. We'll have a name to write in next to that Group B tomorrow afternoon. So stick with us because there's so much great cricket ahead. 144 matches, Rico. It's the longest series we've ever done on the European Cricket Network. We just passed 2,000 matches, and there's 144 matches in ECL 22. That's after the first ECL was only 17. So obviously we've stepped things up big time, haven't we, since that tournament?
It's just, yeah, I mean, huge. I mean, you compared to 2019 to this. 2019, 17 matches, something like that, was it?
17 matches, 8 teams, 3 days.
3 days.
Lakov doesn't want it. He wants to strike back. I think he's decided Nagy's not offering much. In fact, he's got the left-handed thing going for him, but it's not working for him. So I don't know whether they think about a deep swing or something, or making a switch. Haven't seen a retired out yet. Hello to Henry Hamilton in the chat. Hope you're going well, Henry. Hope you enjoyed some of the extra content we've been providing for the fans, particularly the Indo-Bulgarian fans. Here's Ashraf, their closer. Goes straight, but he won't be able to get more than one here.
Yeah, just get a feeling what Lakov has to do maybe more, especially now that the bowling's changed. Ashraf is bowling, keeper's gone back. Just got to use his feet more. I think he needs to come down the wicket and try to hit hard, hit over the top.
Yeah.
And just try. He's playing a lot of shots with back foot, not getting any power into him. He's got to start taking on the bowling, dancing down the track, and really throwing everything at it. Nagy, he needs
I'll try and
to find the middle of the bat.
Get funky with the angle here. I'd ramp. Well, ramp
no
this.
ball.
It's be a no ball. Might as well think about two. Well, that's a really good catch that won't count. What a good catch this is. He's done well to even reach. Nagy hasn't hit a normal ball. This one's about 2 metres over his head.
Look at this.
Oh, yeah, I know. This is unbelievable.
Look, that's what happens when there's no pressure on. You know it doesn't matter, but he's still, if that goes over, that could have been 7. It ends up, they run 2, so that's 3 runs.
Yeah.
What a catch this is.
That's an unbelievable catch.
We should say what a save it is.
Yeah,
Can't call it,
yeah.
I mean, it is a catch, but it's a save. Unbelievable.
Free hit though. Is this the over where Bulgaria might just put something together? Free hit for Nagy. He's got to make contact. He doesn't. And now Lakov wants it. And he would have been out. Lakov is so quick. But still, I think even he was going to be out if this hits the stumps.
Well, how about this for a swing? I don't think anybody swung harder and missed the ball. This one, if he did hit it, would have stayed hit. It'd still be going.
Yeah, let's have a look at this. You'll see Lakov. This is where I think if you're Nagy, you've got to try and hold your ground and be safe. But he wasn't. He said, all right, good luck. He was gone by a metre if that hits. But calculated risk pays off now. Lakov, can he make them pay? Nice drive. He wants to. Don't think he'll get it. Changes his mind. I do like he's always pushing though, Lakov. Frustration for him. It's well bowled as well. It's full. Trying to get the middle of the bat on it. Just a single.
Ashraf just trying to keep himself composed, focused. He knows that they're targeting him here. That wild no ball wouldn't have helped. So far, it's tiki-taka.
I think he's on the walk. Been beaten for pace slightly. I think it's off the glove. I think this will be one. The 50s come up in this over, but you still see now they're up to about 70 pace. A lot of the innings they're on about 60 pace. I mean, we've seen teams defend scores in the 70s. We saw ACT do it last week against I mean, again, not so sure what will happen this time, but they've got to at least get there first. Yeah, he's going to get 4 here. Well, Lakov, he has been the man. He's been the glue that's holding this innings together. It's a bit of a sticky tape job as he's able to get a boundary. This is just a nice bit of placement. He waits for it, he cuts, gets good speed on it. See the 2 men there, it bisects them. Cuatro carreras más para Indo-Bulgarian as they end the 8th over at 58 for 4.
Yeah, look, 12 balls to go. They've got a bit of work to do to get it. I think get into the 80s.
10 and 10.
Yeah.
78.
Get into the 80s, and I think Batten in this one will get some wickets. And if he can knock out, say, 3 wickets in the power play, game on. But they've got to get the score from here to 80. There's no point now swinging and missing and dot balls. It's got to be intelligent batting. Got to try and get the score around about that 80 mark.
9th over. There's been a riff. Bit of tall timber coming back. Nagy. His run. If he hits, he's gone. Oh, he misses. You're a long way back to someone like a riff, and that one, second bouncer, Usman Haider couldn't hit the stumps, and so Lakov gets the strike back. Now, a few questions about the Bulgarian Express, and they do have the connection to Indo-Bulgarian and will feature for them this season in the setup. That's why they're here at the ECL. So, yeah, certainly Webster and Batten. We didn't see them in ECS over the last couple of years. Lakov swings in, and they decide to take the one. Yeah, I think with Nagy, it's a tough one. What do you think? And I know it sounds harsh. He's had 11 balls, has never really gotten going this innings. You got a deep swing or something in the shed. I mean, do you make a switch, or do you think you can use him as kind of pawn in the running between the wickets to try and get? If he gets run out, he gets run out. It's a tough one.
I think it's all the risks being taken are being taken by Lakov running to that end. But Nagy's got to take the odd risk as well. I think you've got to try and get Gangadeep out there.
gets something here. He wants to. Negi wasn't with the program.
Oh, Negi. Yeah, I was going to say.
Well, they might get more here. Well, there's nobody at the keeper's end.
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, Lakov is normally so good. He's good at assessing the situation. I think he should have gone for the other here.
Yeah, I mean, there's nobody at the stumps. The keeper just in a crumpled heap about 7 metres back. I think here, you see, Lakov. So I think Negi, that's just a miscommunication because he thinks, oh, one's fine, you'll have the strike. But they could have got 3 there.
Yeah.
Negi getting his eye in now. He'll get 2, moves to 10. This one hit and run. Pretty good shout, actually.
Yeah,
And, do you think he gets this? They don't seem too perturbed by it, but it was quick work by the bowler.
He has got him. Let's see.
The ball in his
Go
hands.
back a little bit more if we can. Me, if I was Usman Arif, I would have just caught the ball and said, yeah, get yourself in. You're not hurting us.
Yeah, he gets the ball. Yep, he's got the ball on the way through. See it in his hands. He's gone.
Yeah.
He's just out. And that's great by Usman Arif. He said he's out for sure. How can he tell? Because he's right behind him when he takes the stumps. But yeah, Negi's going to get the signal. But again, that's a necessary sacrifice, I think. Lakov has been scoring at 150. Negi not able to run a ball pace in his knock. And it's going to be a 5th wicket then, 63 for 5.
It's not often that you say that when a wicket goes down that it could be a changing moment for the batting side. But I think that could be a changing moment for the batting side because Negi, through no fault of lack of trying, does get to double figures before he has to go. And at 10 of 12, he certainly wasn't fine in the middle of his bat. And you know, even if the new batter comes in and slices a few, and it's Gagandeep who does come in, gets a few edges. Even if he's able to get a better strike rate, it could be a bonus. It could be what they need to get to that 80.
Yeah, it could be. But yeah, nice bit of execution of the run out. So looks like heading back to the action. Lakov slices this one. He wants to. Don't even know if he'll get there. You've got to make these decisions really quickly about how risky it is and whether to take it on. I think if he thinks he's kind of greater than 50% to make it, then he'll go at the moment, even though it risks a run out. I know he doesn't want to run himself out at this stage, especially as we have a new batter at the crease. But Deep Singh, this is the man I thought.
Yeah.
So, could have used a bit more time because he is capable. What can he do with 10 balls remaining? Only 8 balls remaining. Just catching up on the score. That'll be a dot. So now, that's very harsh on Deep Singh, but this is the last ball of the over. I think you don't really want a 1 here. You want an even number that's not a 0. So 2, 4, 6. Step across outside off, I think, to a riff. Yeah, right, like that. This comes in a long way. He's given. Wow, this one, it is full. Does swing a lot, though. That's the thing. At Deep Singh, unfortunately for him, he's going to have to go for a dark. Arif actually gets a bit of sideways in this one, and that's what beats the inside edge and cleans up Deep Singh.
Yeah, I think this is going to be comprehensive because look where he's standing. Probably all about the height as well.
Does he hit both pads? Yeah, I think he hits the one pad then the other, which is where he's that kind of deflection. I think it's probably a good shout. Is he hitting in line? Yeah, I think that's out. Yeah. You take the back pad actually that hits first. And so Deep Singh will go, unfortunately. Had the pads on for a while. As he falls. It's the end of the 9th over as well. 64 for 6. I think Lakov has played his role well in this innings, but issue is those around him that they would have hoped to get the boundaries. And obviously we saw top 3 doing all the batting this morning for Indo-Bulgarian. They haven't featured. Hasn't had a lot of help. He wants to. Batting! Wants it. And this will be close. I think they like this one as well. It's a good bit of running from Ishan Patel, who might not even get to face the ball, but what he does do is he gets Lakov back on strike. Yeah. See if he gets there. Oh, I think it's out. That bat's in the air. Have a look at this. He's actually got there. But if we get the exact moment of impact...
Yeah, doesn't get the bat down, does he?
Yeah, that's out. Just out. It's sometimes when you slide on the spine of your bat, then you see that there's nothing in contact with the ground. I think this is out. For me, there's no doubt. Stump's impacted. You'll see here. Freeze frame, don't let him go. Stop. Yes, he's gone. So good stuff by the officials and the production crew as well. Getting that right. So Ishan Patel, unselfish play from him. He'll go without scoring. 65 for 7. 5 balls remaining.
Yeah, good bit of fielding there. You could hear that the keeper there, Usman Haider, screaming as loud as he can, the captain, saying keeper, 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 because I think he was interested in trying to get Chris Lakov out, because he knows that Lakov is the one who's trying to get as much as a strike he can with the remaining 5 balls to go to try and get that score to, well, at this point, even 70 will be something.
Yeah.
But the fielder backed himself to get it to the bowler's end.
Sam's here. Lakov, he's running hard. He's just trying to make sure they don't try and go to the keeper's end by making that close. And then he sees the throw coming in. Actually does pretty well to get that close. And I think if he's sliding his bat differently, he probably gets there actually. Again, the difficulty of running off the artificial surface. Got to stay on the pitch. Anyway, Lakov back on strike. There he goes, uppercut. And I don't think he's going to be able to get to here. He wants it, but he won't get it. So we'll take the score up to 66. Talk in the chat about some of our new stats that we have on the website. All-time leaders in things like runs, strike rate, those kind of things. I'll talk about Stuart Hook from Estonia from 2020. When he did 2 days there, apparently he's got the best average of 224. He's only gotten out once. You know, he's the man that we nicknamed Mr. Muscles. Didn't let us down that weekend. The Talon Hippos. Great bunch of guys. I'd love to get back to Estonia at some point. Playing a lot of good cricket down there. Well, up there, I should say. Not too far from Helsinki, actually. I think it's only about 80 kilometres or something like that. Maybe not even. And yeah, so often you'll have Estonian teams playing Finnish teams up there, club teams. Just a short little trip. Made the hop a few times, of course. Now they're just making sure everything is hunky-dory with the scoring. Gets nothing. Lakov says, let's have a go. And well, Usman Haider has a gutter ball from him. He had 3 to aim at. The issue, when you're standing that far back, plus he rushes the throw. I think he has to do with a double bounce.
Khan here knew
just
he
tries
was
to place it, doesn't he? Shafkat Khan's out there now. Looks like he wouldn't get to face the ball, but he will.
Yeah, fortunate to do so. Can he make it count? This is the thing.
So, a slight connection issue as we try and get this sorted. Rico will tell us how many to come, but we're just waiting for it to resolve. As we've had a wonderful day here. Sun's out, and what do we got? We're up to 23 degrees. It's wonderful. You're right. I think it feels a bit hotter out there in the sun.
23 in the shade, yeah.
I wanted to give a big shout out to the fans. Okay, now if you're on the Costa del Sol area, it's just off the A7059 between Kartama and Coen, and I want to give the fans a big shout out. So thanks, fans, for coming down. Give yourselves a big round of applause. And look, they're a really excitable bunch as well, the fans. And it's a big day, Super Thursday, of course, tomorrow. Even bigger, as we'll find out who will join Tunbridge Wells. And it's really very difficult to pick at the moment, isn't it? Ireland have just found a way to win Brigade since they dropped their first game. They haven't lost since. And they'll come up against Griffins tonight in the third qualifier.
Yeah,
But it's very hard to call. Last week you could say Tunbridge Wells, you're quite sure. I was 70 to 80% sure, look, they're going to get through. This time, really got no idea.
It's so close. Last week also, I think in Group A, it was the bottom 3 teams that were always neck and neck.
Yeah.
The points,
Yeah,
the net run rate was so key. Here in Group B, I think it's all the teams. Even you look at the results today. I mean, look at the playoff games, playoff 1, playoff 2.
Yeah.
I mean, depending what happens in the last match here today, I mean that table can change so much. And it just goes to show just how close that these teams are. And well, when it comes to those matches, those key matches tomorrow, I think it's going to be moments of magic.
Yeah.
Individual moments of magic that are going to make the difference between winning and losing.
I think so. And that will essentially how the top 2 sit. So I think Brigade, they can afford to lose by a little bit, only because Griffins had a slightly heavier loss. Their loss was the equivalent of about 21 runs. So that's something.
Marcus and Ruth, give us a wave. Come on, give us a wave. Don't be shy. Here we go. You see Jack in there as well, taking a well-earned break before they're back in business. Look, one thing I've said about this week in Group B, because of the way the weather is, I've said that we will see the first century this week of this Bettable European Cricket League. It hasn't happened yet, and it's not going to happen in this match. There's another match here to come. We've got 2 teams, Brigade, the champions of Ireland, and Griffins, the champions of Guernsey, coming together. It could happen there, but look, when you look at the matchups tomorrow, and you look at some of the power, and you look at some of the style that's going into tomorrow's final as well, maybe with the weather being similar to like today, maybe we are going to see that century that we haven't seen yet. We haven't had a century this year, right?
Yeah, we haven't had a century. We haven't had a 5-wicket haul. We haven't had a hat trick. Yeah. So these are 3 things that we're used to getting. I mean, when we were a bit spoiled. We've seen a few forfers already, and we've seen plenty of half centuries. But yeah, it'll be very special when we see one.
The last century would have been in the night series, right? Kuldeep Lal, was that the last one?
Kuldeep Lal, I believe so.
Or that would have been the ECC.
Yeah, I think so. It would have been down Lincoln, I think, in the ECC, because we had the 2 centuries during that series. We had Clayton Floyd, first ever T10 international century, and also down Lincoln. Well, it's a good opportunity to ask us a question in the chat. I know we're just waiting for a bit of a delay to be complete, but it looks like we're good now. I think I've got 2 balls to come here. So I've got 66 for 7 with 4 balls remaining. James Stewart from Estonia. He's just got to head back to work for a little bit. Hopefully we'll see. Last time where he's a bit of a statue with pads, but here he is facing up. It's a bit of bad on this. Just get 1. Lakoff calls 2, but it's a bit of fake news as he'll take the strike. 67, I think even 70 just looks a lot better than something in the 60s. You're going to have to bowl out of your skin, but we know they have some good bowling options. And Bureaucratic take back to the start of the week where they really struggle to get going with the bat. They'd have to really have the yips, you feel, not to get this, but it's an elimination match, and like we saw with Helsinki Titans last week, anything can happen. Lakoff on strike, hits it straight. He wants to this time. They're going to go the long way, and he's going to get run out, but that's actually pretty well done by Lakoff to find a way to get back on strike, but he's going to have to lose another partner up to Shafkat. He's going to get run out. I'm a bit surprised they didn't try and get Lakoff there, because he can bounce throw it on the pitch, and normally you might be able to get him.
It's a big throw from that end, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
He's intelligent. He knows he's running safe.
Yeah, I don't think it's that safe. I mean, from here, you got a good pickup. I think step and throw. You'd back. I think most of the long-on fielders will back themselves to throw them out at the keeper's end. As it is, it will be the 8th wicket to fall. 68 for 8. And well, this one might actually be the end of proceedings.
And that's why another reason why to go for that. But you know what? That's one thing that Bureaucratic have always done. No matter what the match situation is, whenever they've finished the fielding, they've stayed on the field of play. Lakoff there, look, tried hard, and all the other batters there. Look, one thing that I think, my observation of that innings is, there wasn't too many dot balls, but they just couldn't get the boundaries. Tiki-taka, tiki-taka, tiki-taka doesn't work.
Now there's Elmars and Karina and Mita. A bit of Baywatch style there. I just meant the running. What are you talking about? And anyway, I did like seeing this innings take shape. I think if you're a Bureaucratic fan, you're pretty happy about it as well, as this one was a moment that Bjorvik would like. They had a good start with batting at the top of the order, but once he fell, and some of the other wickets that Bjorvik were able to pick up, just hamstring this from the get-go. Mishra went trying to hit across the line, and once they lost the top three, it was really tough going. Even though Lakov tried to hold this innings together, didn't have a lot of help. As Webster had to go first ball.
Yeah.
Ultimately, I think Bjorvik, they'll be very confident of chasing these down and making an appearance on finals Friday.
Yeah, that for me was a huge wicket. That was all about Webster going out there, probably thinking, I know that Abbas is the one who gets the wickets. I'm not getting out to Abbas. And in the end, all he's able to do, maybe not playing his normal game, is chip a very easy catch back to Abbas. Abbas, well, he wasn't good at catching them from the other bowlers. We're talking about catching them. What a catch that was, unfortunately for him. That was a horrible no ball from Ashraf. What a catch it wasn't bad. Well, that saved, well, I'd certainly say 5 runs. And one thing also that Bjorvik will be very happy about is that the form of Usman Arif with the ball is getting better. They were good out there. I think their all-round game was pretty good. Yeah, there was a couple of chances. There was maybe a mis-stumping there, but still, I think the way things go, they'll be pretty happy with what's happened. And, reflecting on that, what will Indo-Bulgarian be thinking? Well, I tell you what, it's not a high score. They'll know that, and they've got to think about how they can be positive. How can they get themselves back in this match when they haven't got those runs on the ball? And it's very easy. Corey will tell you, and I'll tell you the same thing. You need to have the express straight really flying in, and he's got to hit the stumps. He's got to hit the pegs. He's got to knock them over. Quick wickets in the power play. You do that, the pressure then goes back on the Norwegian champions, and Indo-Bulgarian, they do have a chance. It's not going to be easy at all, but it was a good performance. I think I liked the bowling once again of Abbas. Abbas was good. He's just been so good. They haven't been able to pick him. Rasul as well. It's been a great partnership, Rasul and Abbas, and though there was a great partnership from Indo-Bulgarians with their batting first time round in the match earlier today, then it was all about partnerships for them, wasn't it, between Prakash and Batten, then also later by Batten and Webster. They just could not get a partnership together, and that's why they've ended up with this low score on the board. Everything to do, everything to play for. Remember, this is the elimination game. One of these teams we will see again tomorrow. One of them we'll have to say goodbye to, and they'll be getting on a flight back home. Who is it going to be? Well, wait and find out. I'm Rico Full, and alongside me for this match is Mr. Maximo, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes' time to see if, Bjorkovic can do enough and keep their nerve and book their place in finals day tomorrow. Join me and Vinny in about 10 minutes' time.